It's the hustle on that porch. I survived the films. Being broke at 40, give a nigga the chill. Being broke at 40, give a nigga the chill. Being broke at 40, give a nigga the chill. It's been a short, hard life full of stress and mess. Being broke at 40, give a nigga the chill. Being broke at 40, give a nigga the chill. Being broke at 40, give a nigga the chill. It's been a short, hard life full of stress and mess. All I had was my mind and my strength.
Peace to the universe, you know what I mean? It's your brother back again. And we got the good brother B Stubbs back, you know what I mean?
What up?
Last time you couldn't really hear us, you know what I mean? We had some technical difficulties. Hopefully we got that solved this week. You know, I think my brother gonna have to put that mic a little closer to his face so people can hear him, you know what I mean? It go all the way to him.
Building.
It's all the way to him. So you
I
know what I
got
mean?
drinks, blunts, blacks, what you want?
They want you to kick that real shit, that knowledge.
That real shit. All right.
But at the end of the day, as always, we hope we find you in the best of health, and you know, and we hope we leave you in a better position than we found you. You know what I mean? Because this is a journey. You know what I mean? This road that we on, and we got to grow together in this community, and we got to continue to build and talk about things that we don't normally talk about. And you know, the brother's on because that's my man. One. Two, you know what I'm saying? These are the kind of conversations we can have where it forces you to think outside the box, because the attack on us is definitely coming from outside the box. You know what I mean? You got anything you want to add, B?
You said it all. Let's dive in. What you want to discuss, my brother, for the day? It's been a while. It's been a minute.
Word.
I've been out here trying to get it.
Look, man, I'm gonna do this over here.
You know?
I don't like reaching behind me.
Yeah.
But I put it to you like this, man. It's a myriad of topics, man, that we're gonna go over, and it's like it's ill because a lot of this stuff is kind of like current events. Well, you know what I'm saying? With both of us, we can kind of dive into the, you know, what goes on behind that. You know what I'm saying? And add on to what's really going on, because what you see on the news or what you read in the paper is just the surface level. But it's a lot deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? And it's ill because I was thinking about it because you was a former member of the military.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we're going to dive into the fact that the Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina last week, right? At the end of last week. Then today there were reports that they shot down another object that flew into the U.S. airspace over in the rural parts of Alaska. Then another report came out that there was another object that flew past Alaska into Canadian airspace where they shot it down. So before I get my thoughts, I'm going to yield the floor to you, my brother, and see what you
All
think.
this shit started with drones. They had to give us something first before they started doing this bullshit. This could be a theory. I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box. Yeah, I was in the military. Ain't no way in hell they gonna let some shit travel through all them air spaces and zones. You got the Air Force, they patrol, you know what I'm saying? The Navy is the water. You ain't getting nothing over here. You ain't getting no cocaine over here. U.S. Coast Guard, shit like that. So how is
But
it?
see, the claim is that somehow it slipped past NORAD's defenses. So they claim that for some reason, by being a balloon, that it just slipped past everything and we were unable to detect it.
That's possible, I guess, but I don't know, man. I mean, shit.
Well, here's let me play, you know what I'm saying? Because I you know, while I got people like you that I'm close to that were former military, and I got a lot of family members that were former military, right? I've never been in the military myself. So I don't know the protocols for, because we were at work talking like, yo, they should have shot that motherfucker down as soon as it came over Montana. They let the bitch, if it's recording data, supposedly sensitive data, the motherfucker came all the way across the
How
country.
big was it?
One report said this one was the first
Hot
one.
air balloon size?
Nah, they said that motherfucker's as big as a school bus or two school buses.
Exactly. Nah, man. They'd have had something on it, bro. I'm telling you, that's crazy.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You were supposed to bust that motherfucker. Like everybody's talking about it. It's all over social media.
Yeah, it made it from China to here. China, you get to China quicker if you're on the West Coast. I think you hit straight to Asia. You know what I'm saying? Because the world revolves.
Nah, but dig, them shits come straight from China over the Pacific Ocean. They come through Alaska, down through Canada, over Montana. That's going towards the West Coast. So that, and then the first one that we talking about came all the way into the continental U.S. space through Montana. The bitch came all the way to where they shot it off the coast of South Carolina by Myrtle Beach. My guy, it came all the way across the country.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the same thing where it's like, you know.
I'm surprised Montana ain't catch that.
I mean, at the end of the day, we got all these bases and all these planes and all this shit. The shit should have got shot down as soon as it came across the border.
Oh, that's a fact.
See what I'm saying? And that's been my thing with it. So the theory for me, right, it's more than what they saying. You know what I'm saying? Now you got alternative media talking about, well, you know, what they do is they create a false flag so they can drum support for whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? So they've been trying to start a beef with China anyway. They're talking about in the next 5 years, we're going to be at war with China anyway. But right now, if you ask certain people, they talk about we in the middle of World War III, and our dumbasses don't even know it.
I'm saying, what you gonna do if somebody owe you $3 trillion? You come to check to see where your money at, how y'all spend it. What's going on?
Okay, let's do the knowledge, right? We go from the streets, right? In the street, you gotta check a motherfucker's credibility before you give him anything.
That's a fact.
So if a motherfucker been known not to pay on some "I'll beat your ass" type shit, you better leave that, charge that to the game type shit. You still gonna give him some money?
But see, this is a different type of bully. This is the type of bully that play like he your friend and still keep playing you.
Yeah,
and they just realizing we really ain't their friends.
Nah, they know what it is because America we have a history of flexing on cats. Remember, at one point in time, we was owing like $25 billion to England.
Yeah.
England came around trying to collect. We switched the way that we do our money and just said, "Oh, yo, we ain't got it."
That's how it go.
Yo, but what did England do? Nothing. That's how they feel about it. Matter of fact, since we on the subject, you know Saudi Arabia owns about like 30% of the continental U.S.? My guy, China owns the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Saudi Arabia, the sultans, the what do you call them, in Dubai.
The sheiks?
Oh, the richest people in the world.
Well,
Cars, driving on water, you know what I'm saying? You see the IG cats go to Dubai. Them dudes got money.
Right.
So,
it's not
ain't
even
don't nobody owe them though.
Nah, to keep it a band with you, this is my true thoughts and sincerest beliefs on the whole matter. All them cats don't give a fuck about nothing. War is just to kill you and me off, you know what I'm saying, the useless eaters. All them motherfuckers, them rich people, hang out together, whether they going to Bohemian Grove or Davos or whatever the fuck. They kicking it together, fucking with 8-year-old little kids and, you know what I'm saying, whatever fucking other weird shit that they do. This is what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? This is a fact. It's a proven fact. You know what I mean?
So what do you think the balloon was? I mean, it is what it is.
Till it ain't.
But you think like it's something like they working together, this is to trick the public, that all that shit.
Yeah.
Scare us, or just the beginning of some shit to come.
I think, you know what I'm saying?
There's always some shit to come.
I think what they always do is they prepare you for the shit before they do it to you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm thinking they're gearing up to go head to head with China, right? Because that's why we in the middle of Ukraine shit right now. See, we in Ukraine, but we ain't in Ukraine, if you think about it. You feel what I'm saying? So all that money that they sent damn near $1 trillion to these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
But homelessness is growing every day on these streets in America, all across the country.
Yeah.
Now, if they would have spent like $100 billion, they would have solved that.
Yeah.
But they gave that shit to Ukraine, right? And then personally, this is a whole thought on my own. It's a sidebar. I digress real quick. I know I'll never be in the same physical space as this dude, but I'll fuck, what is his name, Zelensky? I'll beat the dog shit out that man. Every time I see this bitch ass dude, he always turning around asking for more money. Dude, you supposed to be a soldier, nut up and fight. Motherfuckers gave you tools, they gave you weapons or whatever. If you still lose, then you lost. You know what I'm saying? But stop fucking coming over here asking us for shit when we got to take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? That was my sidebar, because that's another reason why I got beef with a lot of these politicians. And you know I still want to see your man Bill Gates. I put hands and feet on that man if I ever see.
Bill Gates.
Bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I digress, because we hate using that word nigga on this platform, but I don't like that little dude. I stuff him in a locker. We way out of school, and I still stuff him in a locker. That's why people do shit like that to people like him. But, you know what I'm saying? That's just where my mind's at with it. You know what I'm saying? Because, okay, how many years has it been since the last World War? And how much have we been beefing with China over unfair trade policies and shit like that? And all of a sudden, they just start having spy balloons come over here?
That shit was crazy. I thought that shit was a joke when I seen it.
Nah, remember, motherfucking Trump was out there calling it the China virus.
Yeah.
He was talking mad reckless, and, you know what I'm saying? But them dudes, they trying to talk all that shit, but they ain't want no smoke with him. Not one. Talk about his orange hair and that he's 80 years old, wear a diaper, and he bang porn stars raw and all that, but they ain't want no smoke with that cat.
Okay, this still the same country though. Ain't nothing changed but the face. Maybe if they want to look at us as Biden as the face of the U.S., ain't nothing changed.
I got a little bit more information. I'm gonna ask you this, and then let me get your thoughts, and then we might slide on to something else, depending on what you say.
Because if China come over here, if all them niggas don't know I'm sorry, all them dudes don't know kung fu. Excuse me, y'all. If they don't all know kung fu, they better know gun fu.
They don't want no smoke with America.
You know what I'm saying? They come over here, come on.
Ain't nobody gonna.
Now look, they can't outnumber us. There's a billion of them now. They can bring they outnumber us, but they gotta come deep.
Okay, you brought a bunch of thoughts to my mind.
They're trying to kick them out the country anyway. They can't have but one kid, a family.
That's why they need to kill off their people.
Yo.
That's why war makes sense. See, that's what rich elite people do. They send you to war because they don't want to feed you. They don't want to share the land.
They ain't got no other option. They whatever. They with the shit. All of them with the shit. On another level that people from here won't understand.
I put it to you like this. The whole shit, right? One, no other country, I used to read Soldier of Fortune. I used to read that magazine that y'all military cats used to get, Soldier of Fortune, right? Mm-hmm. They all practice about coming over here and coming to our neighborhoods. When I say our neighborhoods, I mean predominantly indigenous people neighborhoods. Because they see we just naturally built on some different kind of level bullshit, right? They practice, they do urban area assault training exercises about coming over, taking over our neighborhood. Trying to occupy a neighborhood with motherfuckers like us. But you know, most of the neighborhoods are quote-unquote hoods in America. You know what I'm saying? They got guns and all kind of shit going on there. Can you imagine Chinese people or German people trying to come over and take over Brownsville? Matter of fact, Southside Chicago, Compton. It ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna take over neither part of St. Louis. You're not gonna take over Philadelphia.
The only way they can even have an attempt, like the way we do when we go to other countries, you gotta drop a bomb, airstrike, and you ain't getting over the airwaves.
Now let's
the
keep
balloon is a different story.
So
but a plane,
let's keep it a buck. So
it's not making it, bro.
But this is his now. Now you see
pressing
what
a
I'm
button
saying.
like North Korea. all that little testing shit.
Let's keep it a buck. Now you see what I'm saying. Now let's do it on the flip side. What makes you think our government ain't trying to let these motherfuckers come in? Right? They're trying to take all your guns. See, our guns rights is what scared all these other countries from coming over here. Because you don't know who got a gun. Who gonna walk up their house? Remember, everybody at one point in time had M16s, ARs, and all kinds of hunting
about
rifles.
to be able to carry. I feel like.
Well,
because Republicans in Florida are pushing right now for everybody to be able to carry concealed
right,
with no training.
right. And I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Democrats, aka Dixiecrats, said don't nobody need no guns.
Everybody need guns now.
Listen,
School shootings every day.
well, that's because of them. That's because of the Dixiecrats. See, look, here's my thoughts, right? Nothing happens by coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. We had the same kind of bullshit going on since you could think of, right? Yeah. All of a sudden, kids just start going to school shooting the people they got beef with in the school. See, like I said the point about us growing up in the hood and coming up in the streets for a reason. Because in the streets, even I had a principal say this to me when I was in high school. The difference between us and other motherfuckers in rural communities, we don't come to school and take out the whole class because I got a beef with you. I wait for you at the playground after school where I know you're going to kick it, and then I come get at you. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this is all CIA, you know what I'm saying, motivated. And that goes back to the same point when I'm saying about this damn balloon. I'm thinking that they're triggering you to go to war with China. You see what I'm saying? They're getting you in the mindset. They want us to be mad about China gearing up to go take Taiwan, but we recognize Taiwan as a part of China. So what sense does that fucking make? It makes none. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I believe it's what you call a false flag operation.
Oh, man. Respect to all my Chinese people. I love y'all.
Hey, listen.
Love Chinese food. Love Chinese everything.
It didn't even got nothing to do with the everyday Chinese person like
right,
you and me.
Know. But you know how the shit go, you know.
Right, because like I said, Biden, Zhang Jinping, or however you say his name, they in a little cabin somewhere.
Imagine how many people, like, okay, you got your Trump followers. So what you think when he say something like the Kung Flu and China virus and shit like that, you just immediately turn a mass amount of people against one particular group. So that's the power of what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
But it's done on purpose, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's that bullshit, you know? Like, 1 minute it's like, we can't say Black Lives Matter, but a cat go and shoot some Asians up, and which was messed up. And you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody die, but right after that, stop Asian hate. Shit, well, that's what we've been saying about Black Lives Matter.
Well, let's keep it a buck. The only difference between Stop Asian Hate and Black Lives Matter is all them Asians had a little bit of money and political influence to the point where they passed that shit into law, bro.
Why? And we can't get a law, but lynching is like still legal in where? Mississippi, one of them southern states. You know how that shit go.
Most of the hate crimes against us, performed against us, are still legal.
That's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is, it's a misdirection for, you know what I'm saying? Because when you go to college, they teach you that they believe most of the American public is straight fucking dumb. They think we're a bunch of fucking idiots. You understand? That's what they think. So my whole thing is, with all the capabilities that we have, military, listen, we lose $2 trillion to the military every year. They bring the motherfuckers to Capitol Hill and say, so where did you spend your $2 trillion? We don't know.
But they make us, our kids, they make us pay for college. Like, you would think you would want to invest in the future. You know what I mean? Not set people up for debt. And I said that because I know somebody from another country. And college is free over there. You know, I ain't gonna say what country or not, but college is free over there. Medical is free in Canada. I mean, look at what's going on here in this country, man.
Basically, your politicians sold you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't been able to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have enough information to prove it, but they say the reason why we so heavily invested in Ukraine is for two reasons. One, to weaken Russia, right? Two, to practice for China. Three, so all our politicians on Capitol Hill can wash their money. See, they sending it over to Ukraine and they getting it back. They getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might send $1 to Ukraine and get 65 cents back on the dollar, right? And so, man, you getting 65 cents on the dollar back to split. It don't sound like a lot, but when you send $1 trillion, add it up.
So, this got to be like the longest war ever.
It's not. It's the most. It's the longest. And they, you know,
I mean, how long was Vietnam? I don't even know. My pops was there.
It was a couple years.
Okay. So yeah, it ain't that long yet. It ain't that long yet.
Yeah, then you gotta think we was in Afghanistan for 20 years.
I'm like, dang, they ain't ran out of men yet.
You gotta think, half the private militaries, half the what you call them cats, not soldiers of fortune,
what, volunteers?
nah, mercenaries.
Oh,
half the mercenaries went over there and joined up to fight for Ukraine. Because I don't know if you remember, but I remember from being a little kid, we hated Russia. Everything was to hate Russia. Russia's gonna bomb us. When you hear this sound hot under your desk and all that, right? And then what came out that same year where they was teaching us that with the weekly readers. Remember weekly readers in school?
Yeah, I remember.
So you had the weekly reader, right? And then the biggest movie in the world was Rocky IV. He going over there and fight Ivan
Russia,
Drago.
Yeah. Oh,
Fighting
shit.
Ivan
I will
Drago
crush
and
you.
shit. Yeah. Everything
if he dies,
is
he
beef
dies.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? so you know, not to beat the horse to the end of the day, but you know, my thoughts is they setting us up for something great.
Well, guess what? They always gonna treat me the same.
Yeah, they're gonna get your raspy voice, black ass.
They gonna always look at me like the black man that I am. God forbid I get angry. Now I'm the angry black man. Anyway, and guess what? Yeah, I do got the raspy voice. So they get scared when I'm talking regular. Like, I get raised my voice.
Look. They hate the original man with the raspy voice.
Oh my God. It's all good.
You already know.
Still sexy. Women love it.
That's debate. But now just fine.
That's a debate show, you know, but we need more opinion.
So the next one is I don't know if you know, but I spoke about this on my platform recently. There was a series of attacks at like power stations all across the country.
Oh, I think I seen a clip or some shit.
Yeah. Remember they had attacked like some suburban place here in North Carolina, right?
Yo, did they jump out the car and
they shot it up to knock down the
Yeah.
right?
I did see a video. Yeah.
Then they did 2 here in North Carolina. Then they did 4 in Washington, outside of Seattle and Tacoma, right?
Okay.
And then
shots out of Seattle, Tacoma. I used to live out there.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
And so the flip side,
Bremerton, Washington, Everett. What up?
Keep this though. The flip side, within the past 7 days, 2 Caucasians were arrested for domestic terrorism in Maryland for plotting to blow up a Baltimore power station. And the broad started talking about their plans. She said the plan was to plunge Baltimore in the darkness to bring a whole level of chaos to the city and let the city eat and consume itself.
Oh shit, like purge.
That's these they didn't say
like purge.
Word. They didn't say what group these people were from. They just called them white domestic terrorists, supremacists, and extremists, right? They didn't say, they was Antifa or what Proud Boys. They ain't say where they from.
What was the grid? Where was the grid's lights cutting off? They wasn't cutting off suburban or rich area.
Nah, they was cutting off. They was gonna cut off
in
the
the
city.
hood or the whole everybody.
Baltimore. You know, Baltimore
Period.
is one big hood. You know what I'm saying?
But not like the suburban part.
Nah.
We
they
talking
was
about like my sister living in Baltimore, but she lives in
They was going
Owens
like-
Mills, not out there where the corner was made. And
Nah, they going to. She was talking about cutting off the power to where the corner and the wire was made.
shit.
You understand?
Okay, yeah, okay. So one isolated area in the inner,
In the city.
Yeah.
In the city.
Okay.
So, any thoughts on that before I go to expand my viewpoint?
Man, it's sad, man, because you could turn off the lights in the city and we'll fuck our own selves. Is that what you're telling me?
No, that's their theory. They
We
don't
can't-
know.
We can't trust ourselves in the dark.
Well, that's this group's theory. See, they were so basically by this woman's admission, their whole plan was to hit these areas where it got to be a high minority or high indigenous population, and plunge them in the darkness where they won't be able to. You know what I'm saying? Like what would happen is they would start to cannibalize themselves. You know what I'm saying? Basically, because I mean, you got to understand. Well, that's. I mean,
sorry.
yeah, no, you're right. But that's their doctrine. That's their thinking. They're thinking that as soon as the lights go out, I'm gonna come knock on your door and try to rob you and your
Rob
family.
you, yeah. But you know what? We actually come together more than they think.
Well-
Yeah, we got a few knuckleheads, a few people that might try to rob still, but hell, they do too.
Well, see, my thinking is when the shit go to darkness, motherfuckers ain't coming to my house. They going to Circuit City and Best Buy and shit like that to get some shit where they know they can make some money.
I was going to say something different, but before I even spoke, I thought different, and I actually think we'd do the opposite, man. I think you still got your share of people that probably would feed into it and do a little looting and, breaking into a few little stores. But for the most part, nah, you ain't about to take us out like that.
Well, see, my thing is, it goes back to what you originally thought. I think they was going to use that opportunity under the cover of darkness to try to purge us.
Yeah. Well,
So what would happen
you
is
got the masked people disguised just like back when we was doing the protest. You had people at that fake protesters.
And
They
starting
blended
shit.
and doing shit. Oh, and it was the protesters.
Yeah.
When really it was somebody just coming and blending in.
Yeah. And that's exactly where it's at. I believe what they were assuming was going to happen is that everybody would run out their house because it's dark in their house to go outside and start trying to loot, and then they can shoot us down like animals.
Hey, yo, you remember that though?
Yeah.
Just to reflect real quick.
Yeah, I remember.
Yo, the last 3 years was like, in my lifetime, the last 3-4 years that I just lived,
Crazy.
we lived, all of us lived, that shit was crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna give you some motherfucking applause just for that because that's for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I never thought I'd ever see nothing like that. Riding in the streets, ain't nobody out there. I had a fucking printout from my job to be allowed to be out here driving. This shit was crazy, bruh.
you had to be an essential worker to leave your home.
I ain't even know what females look like no more. I just knew they had a fat ass and she probably looked good.
You
I had to say that. That's
wild.
You know.
Hey, yo, on the single man note, on the single man side of the game, I had to take Nam chick to a date. I bought Netflix and chill was real.
Everybody,
You know what
I
I'm
gotta
saying?
say what everybody thinking, man. You remember you see a good looking person, you be like, damn, I wish I could see her face, but I can't. I gotta
Yo.
use my imagination,
Look,
but it was just
I'm
wild.
gonna keep it real with you. I was at work. Matter of fact, I was working in the same place I'm working now, right? This Latino shorty, yo, body was crazy, right? And like it's like one of those old Warner Brother cartoons. Like she had the mask on, so from here down, shorty was a 10.5. Yo, one day we was going to our cars for break. Shorty came through the gate and took her mask off. Motherfucker said, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Her shit was hit. Like somebody hit her in the mouthpiece with a brick.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Put
saying?
your mask back on.
Yeah.
But the body was right.
Oh, crazy.
Hey, you know what this also did though? For I grew up Muslim
Yeah.
and in the Muslim country, and I think we had an off-camera conversation just about women in general, but beautiful women everywhere. But man, the Saudi women, the women over there, the Muslim women, they been wearing hijabs and covering, and all you can see was their eyes. And I think it made everybody else appreciate that when we all started having to wear masks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got women who never wore hijabs, like, instead of wearing masks, they were starting to cover up looking like Muslim sisters running around. You think they was a Muslim, but they wasn't. It was a look now. When I remember my moms and them back in the day, like, women used to look at them crazy because they was covered up like that and walking around like that. But now everybody want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I take it one step further. Even before that, Rick Ross became popular. I'm not talking about Freeway Ricky Ross. I'm talking about William Roberts, a.k.a. the rapper. You know what I'm saying? When he came out with that big beard, and then I think he claimed that he's a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? But
I got to get at the Freeway first.
Yeah, but but you missing what I'm saying.
My fault.
That was such a big thing. Freeway, he from Philly, so you would already assume that he a Muslim. Right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, shout out to my brother Emil. We was rolling around doing some side work, you know what I'm saying, and came across a brother with a big ass Sunni, you know what I'm saying? And so, we had a debate in the vehicle. I bet you he ain't no Muslim, bro. I said, nah, man, not rocking a beard like that. I mean, his shit is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, he look like, he pray 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Right? So, I went up and asked him. Just to for shits and giggles. I just asked him, I'm like, man, no disrespect, brother. Are you a Muslim? He was like, nah. It's like, all right, bet. Say less. You know what I'm saying? And we went about our business, and it was like, that became a fashion statement. So things that people do, you know what I'm saying, in their culture here become fashion statements. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, definitely.
So, and that's the illest part about our people, because we lack awareness. You know what I'm saying? But everybody want to be woke. But I remember coming up in the 80s, even up north, it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't cool. Like, I had more fights with people over ideology and theology than I did over girls, money, and drugs and territory.
Well, I grew up, I had the same issues, man. It's like, I'm cool with a lot of cats that I grew up with, but I remember back in the day, some of these same certain cats, they was ignorant in the mind back in the day, and now everybody want to act like they know about, I'm going to say Islam in particular, because that's where I come from, but, I had the ignorant phone calls from dudes I was in school with. People get your phone number to your house, call you, assalamu alaikum, hang up, just little dumb stuff, everything was a joke, but now everybody go with the wave. Brother Ben X, RZA Islam, shouts out to them. Everybody want to be like they tuned in to Farrakhan, like we been listening to Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying? Imam Wafdi Muhammad, stuff like that. So we been on that, and I'm not knocking nobody for jumping on board now, but it's like,
You can't talk to a nuclear physicist when you just started taking science in college. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, my standpoint on it is like, okay, I remember they was calling it the woke movement, right? And it was like, well, you got to break it down, because with all these teachers out here, whether it was Farrakhan, C. Freeman L., Taj Bey, Bobby Hemmett, my man
Umar Johnson was
Umar Johnson, but nah, my man, he's an older cat. Phil Valentine, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of these brothers been around for a long time, so even Professor James Smalls, like, to be woke is to be conscious, and to be conscious is to be aware. So we've been aware since we came into existence because we had people who was raising us and teaching us to be aware. You know what I'm saying?
But my view for those cats that I just spoke of coming up, you gotta also. What I was taught, look, man, they was kids themselves, or they was young themselves, so you gotta give them a chance. You know, maybe they have grown. People grow, people change. So I like seeing that though too. At the same time, you know what I'm saying. Even though I can't forget where they was, but you know, ain't like they took a shahada or they claiming to be Muslim, but some people just like, you know, just the appreciation that they have for Islam nowadays compared to what I used to see back in the day. Like, I like that because I remember back when it was like we was like shunned on, like serious, like we was looked at like terrorists.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I put it to you like this: it's not that I don't respect their journey. I hate. My biggest thing is, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves. You know what I'm saying? It's not a indictment on people. I don't hate your journey. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want you to come to me and start trying to talk to me like you schooling me on something that you just got. Like I had a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, come trying to talk to me about like all the paperwork that the Moors do. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Moors since I can remember. You know what I'm saying? So these is like private conversations that we have just kicking it, building. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta think about like cats now just talking about, yeah, you know we come from this and that. Like, dog, I was telling you that in third grade. You wanted to fight me at the playground, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that. But I just thought that, you know what I'm saying, because it's ill and it's ironic to me. You know what I'm saying? And that same way will segue me into the next topic. It's a quick topic because it's just ironic and a little funny to me. Whoopi Goldberg got fired from The View.
Damn. What she do?
She started trying to feel like she was black again, or excuse me, like a indigenous, you know what I'm saying, melanated woman again. But let's keep it a buck. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you know.
She never cut her dreadlocks. She never cut her dreadlocks.
Whoopi Goldberg is the stage name, bro. Her name is Karen Johnson.
She was from the street. She was homeless. She's supposed to never forget that.
Well, she became a bad witch when she started tasting success. So, you know, I mean, out of all the love I had for her growing up as a comedian turned actress and making her shit shake, I lost a lot of it. I lost a lot of it when she married Ted Danson. Then I lost even more.
That was back in the day. Did she do that?
She was married to this cat.
I remember that. Oh, that was in the 90s. Like after that, when Will Smith got on after his first movie with her.
She did a movie with homie and started really giving him the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then let's keep it a flip side. You know what I'm saying? Then she used to be on The View.
I never felt like that was a real marriage.
Man, listen. I believe, you know why I believe it was
Because I was
real?
like, ain't no way in hell. This nigga like, yo, I want to marry him. I think that would be. I know, Whoopi got.
Listen. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. You can say what you want about Whoopi, but Whoopi's stacked. From the neck down, Whoopi's a tip.
I ain't tripping on that. Like,
I'll shoot. A lot of cats would. Whoopi got them big double D's and a fat ass, bro.
Yo.
Let's keep it. Listen.
You might as well start saying nigga on this show. Start talking like that. This nigga wildin'.
Yo, it's the truth though. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Whoopi got a fatty. That's why she always walk around in dark cheekies, so she ain't got to try to hide it no more.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, Whoopi got a fatty.
She done got thicker. I will say that, but anyway, I'm referring.
Whoopi got a fatty, B. Fatty.
Oh,
but my thing is, it's the same problem that we have in the community right now. Just because she look like us, she don't think and move like us. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't the only one.
She's not the only one, but she the topic because.
So right now, what did she particularly do?
She came after the.
She wanted to be black again.
Yeah, because she started all of a sudden. She started going at what they call them, the Kazakhstan or Kevorkian Jews or something. call him something with a K.
Yeah, they cut the wrong nigga up.
Well, you know.
Sorry.
But, you know what I'm saying? She was coming at the Jewish people, you know what I'm saying?
See, now, there you said it. What? No, I don't want to get the podcast in trouble.
Man, go for
I'm
what
going to
you
keep
want.
it friendly.
Listen, if
But
they kick us off YouTube, I'm going to put you on Twitter.
I feel like I love my Jewish people. Hey, for one, I am Jewish. Shouts out to Kyrie. I am Jewish. We are Jews. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that, but let's not talk about that. But, dang, you know what I'm saying? You say something about the Jewish people, it's ironic to me that you're done immediately. Ain't nothing to talk about. And then, on top of that, Mr. Kanye, I heard that Adidas is doing bad. Now they let him go.
Well, that's what they deserve, because at the end of the day, let's keep it a band. You can't say Kozar, I think that's the name of him. You can't say Kozar or talk about, you know, like they bleep out like getting money like Jew in rap songs, but you can say nigga on regular television.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is a level of respect. And see, my
We
thing
don't got
is,
none.
well, and that's how we're going to segue back to Whoopi. My biggest beef with her is, listen, we don't never want to see you doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Because we seen where you came from. But at the same time, you got so beside yourself, you know what I'm saying, that you became a bad wench and it was moving kind of crazy. Same thing with Oprah. Oprah, before the whole thing with Superhead, she interviewed Superhead on her shit before she ever interviewed any hip hop dude. You feel what I'm saying?
Because she wanted to talk about a black woman sucking dick.
Listen.
Pause.
No, because in mainstream America, it's cool to make the original man look like he ain't shit. He weak. Everything's an attack on us.
Her and Gail been on that shit.
You
dog head
bitch. You want to go ahead and say that we all beat our women and that we neglect our children and this, that, and the
Don't
third.
highlight the good brothers.
No, you ain't gonna talk to them because it's a whole narrative. The same thing like I was looking, you know, while I'm doing my background research and I'm into different shit. And so I'm looking at how like Black Panther Forever. Now we know Chadwick died.
Yeah.
I never seen the movie, but all the reviews I heard, especially coming from men or socially conscious people of melanated descent, it's like, yo, why every man around these women is like a buffoon with no heart? So they have nothing to offer. They don't have no knowledge, no purpose. You know what I'm saying? They'll fight, but they can't win the fight. This woman got to come save them. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it a beam.
They're looking for the woman king.
Yeah, and I didn't watch that one either.
Oh, beautiful flick, bro.
So
Shouts out to her.
It's socially inactive.
What's shorty name? God, Lee.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but it was socially inactive.
I love her. I love her to death. Fences.
Yeah, she's a great actress, but the beef still is with her too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My personal beef. This is my thoughts. Oh yeah, the smoke. Damn. The smoke. Woman king, there's no such thing as a woman king. And if you want to talk about the historical Dahomey tribe, there was actually a king. You feel what I'm saying? And at the same part,
but she was the king of the women.
There's no such thing. You were the queen of the women.
She took the seat beside the nigga.
Yeah, because that's what the queen does, right? Yeah, but what does the queen do? She sits beside the king, right?
Okay, but she's not technically a king.
So
she's not the king, but she is
the queen.
Yeah.
So here's my beef with that. So I'm explaining to you, right? Very simple. What was wrong with her being the great warrior queen?
Yeah.
Because when you start calling a woman a king, it puts a masculine connotation on her.
Okay, I get where you're going.
See what I'm saying? So that's my beef.
You know, like it's like everything that was ever passed down. Like if this was supposed to be a true story, by the time they get to us, it's changed.
Well, that's what the biggest beef is, because we in the information age. We all got computers. We all got phones. We all can look up anything we want. We go to any library.
But the problem is people believe everything they see.
Well, that's because most people are gullible.
Ain't no getting around that.
So that's my only beef with her. Viola Davis is a beautiful woman.
She took a role.
That was her baby. She said it. She helped make that movie, and her husband was the director.
Okay, so maybe they had a little more control
than you gave her. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't condemn her or come at her because I didn't know how much creative control she had. She had more than enough creative control. You see what I'm saying?
So is your only beef her saying king?
That's part of it.
You gotta watch the rest of the flick.
I never watched it. No,
Okay.
I won't watch it.
Ah, brothers don't do that.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Like,
Come on, man.
it
You
was
gotta
the same
watch
reason.
it.
It was the same reason.
I watched it with my son. Can I give my experience?
I'm gonna say this, and you don't
Okay,
have to
because
fool.
you ain't seen it, and I have.
And I'm not gonna watch it.
Okay.
The same reason why I knew I should never watch Monster Ball, and then me and my brother sat down and watched Monster Ball, and I was disgusted, and I was mad I even fucking watched that stuff.
You know what?
I was disgusted that I seen it because you can't unsee it after you've seen it.
Two totally different movies.
The point is, my point is, if I already in my mind know better,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
go ahead.
I only watched the part I didn't want to watch in Monster Ball. I never watched the whole movie.
Did you know
I
that was a real sex scene? Did you know that?
She really was fucking the nigga.
He really fucked up. Clapped it real quick, bust a nut, then faked like he was throwing up. Hollywood's dirty little secret.
Yeah. It looked real.
Look, watch this. Give him the awkward sound.
It looked real.
Because it was real. From what I gathered, the director said he needed the most authenticity out of them.
And you know, these
and I'm a bull.
And they be so into it. It's art. I'm gonna let him stick his dick in me, but it's art.
Nah.
It suck.
No way.
Hey, you know,
Martin
was really fucking on girl Thin Ice with Love and Hate too.
I would too.
I'm bullshit.
Listen.
That nigga busted. She said,
I know.
me. That nigga was like, look like real as hell. I said, Martin just deserved an Oscar for that, nigga.
I forgot her name.
That's my baby.
Yeah. She's a gorgeous.
Yeah,
she was in that. What was that? That she was the pastor's wife out there in L.A. Yeah, I don't care nothing about that.
Check.
Yeah, she's a fine.
Yeah, shouts out to her. Martin had a sex scene with her, and I thought that was real.
I wish it was.
Because he skidded quick.
Listen. Shorty is a 10. And that's, when you look at women like her, that's why they say sisters age so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even know her age right now, but she's still gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Like, she aged so well and so fine, you know what I mean?
Okay. But we know Regina King is in there. Lynn Whitfield. It was in my mind.
Oh, man.
And Regina King.
I love Regina King. You know, people don't like Regina King. I like Regina King since 227.
227.
You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. Anyway, we gonna get off the creep mode.
Come on, man. Hey, man, we go on and on, man.
Yeah. No,
What
he's
y'all?
a fine sister.
You know,
but that's my beef with Whitney. Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, you know what, Whoopi lately right now, and I used to try to back
she
you.
need to go sit her ass down.
Well, guess what, Whoopi? We're gonna end it on this note. You show is ugly.
He said what he want. I take you to Waffle House.
Oh shit. Oh man.
I'm serious though.
Whoopi mean whoop your ass. You know,
Listen,
somebody
Karen
whoop your
Johnson.
ass, they see you with her. Fuck you doing? Well, you know what? Whoopi got that bag. Regardless. Hey, Whoopi, holla at me.
Listen, I told you, she stacks, son.
Brother.
She stacks, son. She got them dreads. She
do.
And
she got the wicks too. She been had the wicks before the wicks was popping. Now everybody want to get the fat dread. Whoopi been had wicks. Now I'm gonna give her that. She been had the wicks, right?
Still mad at you for marrying Ted Danson.
Yeah, she famous.
Look, gunshot, smoke. You know what I'm saying? We got smoke. Married Ted Danson, we got smoke.
She did that. She did that back in the day.
All right,
But
let's
you know what? Hey, look.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of sisters out here dating white guys, but I don't hear them catching shit for it.
They do.
Like Dr. Umar be coming at the brothers for dating white women. Yeah, for the record. Yeah, I got a white woman. So what? You know, she Canadian. You know what I'm saying? And she held me down more than, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You fall in love with who you fall in love with.
Dog with my daughter.
It's all gravy. You
yo,
know what I'm
I'll
saying?
like
It's
this.
like the brothers catch the most hell for dating outside their race than the sisters do. When the sisters do it, they get applauded for it. And I got to speak on it.
Well, speak on it.
Being a man that's in an interracial relationship, I don't like that shit.
Why not?
You got Eve over there dating a billionaire. If he got a bag, then it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget Janet Jackson married a billionaire.
And she divorced him after the deadline, right when the clock struck 12.
When it was a contract, she fulfilled the contract.
She fulfilled it and left him right at the strike of 12, like Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Right.
Like, all right, okay. So what we saying? Money? It's got to be about money. So like,
It ain't got to be about
the
money.
sisters that get mad at a brother for dating a white girl for the money too.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? I'm gonna keep it all the way talking with you. I love my family and I love my people. You know what I'm saying? And
Hype, white.
listen. I'm gonna give you a real background. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father was a Sunni and my mother was a Baptist, or is a Baptist, right? Mm-hmm.
And I grew up Sunni, for the record. Both parents.
I said that to say this, right? Since since growing up, I watched sisters do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? And talk down on a man for marrying any other woman that didn't look like his mother. So if you married a woman who didn't look like your mother, all of a sudden it was you hate your mother. And I remember, you know what I'm saying, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, my godfather, Pete. You know what I'm saying? I remember my mom dated this white man, right? Coolest motherfucker you ever want to meet.
Oh shit, mom just had a white dude in the crib. Oh shit.
Coolest motherfucker you ever want to meet, right? So peep it on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's on everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to him, when I first met him, I couldn't stand him.
No doubt.
I was a little short. I ain't like him because he was pet. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, I'm 40 years old. I've known this man since I can remember. Even when they was not together, me and him still kicking and build. You know what I'm saying? He's a genuine dude. Like, he ain't married to my mom. He married to another woman, but the other woman that he married is his sister. You know what I'm saying? So he was who he was. Your shorty is who she is. She's into what she's into. It wasn't never no knock like your culture is less than mine or no shit like that. So I'm going to say that. But I'm going to keep it a band with you. A lot of times you witness that it is that. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to give you the catch-22 of that. When I'm saying that, people, when I'm saying it, it's the person who entered into that relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you all the way 100. I moved to the South to marry a black woman. A quote-unquote black woman, really a melanated indigenous sister. You know what I'm saying? But listen to me. I moved here to marry one of those because I caught so much shit from the same woman who brought a white man into the house. Like, it was wrong. Like, I was disrespecting her for being with a woman that would treat me like the king I thought I was.
Ain't that some shit?
Right. I mean, as we live and we grow, and me and her spoke. Me and my mom, shout out to my mother, we spoke on this not too long ago, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she was like, yeah, you know.
At the end of the day, it's all about love.
Right,
and then on top of that, what we believe, they already black anyway.
But the biggest
everybody,
thing is,
you are the original man, so it wouldn't be nobody without.
But here's the biggest thing. You see what I'm saying? And this is where I'll give it to Uma. You know what I'm saying? This is where he right and this is where he wrong at the same time. Anybody who stops me from being the best original Asiatic man that I can be, you know what I'm saying? Got me suppressing any part of that, is wrong for me. You see what I'm saying?
I could dig it.
And to know better to enter into that is straight wrong. Now, if somebody allows me to be the best version of myself, doesn't matter what her background is. You feel what I'm saying? Or his background is. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just my 2 cents. You know, if people hop in the comments and go crazy, whatever, I would love to rebuff you.
I mean, that's like being with a woman that say I don't like a man that smoke, and you know you're a smoker. All right, well, I can't rock with you. I smoke. What you mean? You know what I mean?
Listen,
so we gonna dead that right there.
Listen, I'm gonna give you one even better than that. You know, everybody know I'm a 5-foot warrior, but goddamn, a woman to tell you real quick, I ain't dating a man that's on 6 feet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, you know, we ain't gonna get into all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I be winning in those battles, but you understand what I'm saying? In the long run, you end up losing that battle. You feel me?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna change your mind. Y'all might share some time, but it is what it is. You feel me? And so, as you grow, you learn, look, it is what it is. Who's for me is who's for me. Who's not is not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's a fact. Yeah, we all over the place, but that's what it's all about. One conversation leads to another. Just chopping it up with my brother.
Word. Yeah, we done lost our people from Anchor. You know what I'm saying? We was just building so crazy that I forgot they was even over there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even sign off with them, but we gonna keep it going because we in good spirits and we having a good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my little branch.
Word. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead and get some more brews popping and all that. Like we chilling. You know what I'm saying? You know, we a part of the way through. We got a couple more things to go over. But yeah, like that's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my personal thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? My personal viewpoint. If you be the best person that you can be, you know what I'm saying, and your significant others supporting that and pushing you to be that, you know what I'm saying, not trying to slight you from your culture or whatever, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I also do believe that as indigenous people, the mothers and fathers of civilization, that we are the most tolerant people, you know what I'm saying?
Choice.
No, we got a lot of choice. You know what I'm saying? That's Umar. That's the only thing I would get at Umar and people like Brother Reason. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a lot of choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just that we don't. You know, a lot of times we live for instant gratification. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my thing is, I lived so long and I've been around so many different types of people that, you know, a person that respects and loves my culture, I can't hate it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So let's move on to the next thing, and shout out to my brothers and sisters on Anchor. You know what I mean? Definitely always remember to switch over to our YouTube channel at A1 Podcast. You know what I'm saying? And always remember to wipe their feet and ring the bell when you come into the house. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and the share. You know what I mean? The only way these conversations like this is going to keep growing is if whether you like, subscribe, and share. You know what I mean? And I have a realization that, you know, this is a sidebar before we go into the next topic. I have a realization that a lot of people don't, you know, when we have real conversations like this, a lot of people don't want to see people like us that look like them or that they may know blow up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to blow it up. And that's from people in our generation. Like when you younger, they love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's my man. He on YouTube. They share it 10,000 times.
That's
they got
cool.
800. You know what I'm saying? And they shit went viral enough to get their people a little notice. But when when you at our level, like I said, you know, I already said my numerics, how many times I traveled around the sun. You know what I mean? A lot of people ain't, you know, from our generation, you know, they just built with a little bit of hate in them.
1984.
82, beloved. You know what I'm saying? But
38 years old, and I still look like I'm. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But people tell me I look like I'm like late 20s. I say that. So I'm doing all right. I could look a lot worse. This dick out here looking bad. Got all my teeth and shit.
That's what happens when you smoke crack. You know what I mean? But you know, but I say that to say this, man. You know, if we don't support our own, who will? You know what I'm saying?
We need more of that, man. I'm tired of And you know, I'm. It hurts me that in the last, especially like the last 3 years, after the George Floyd and all this marching, I was like, yo, we might really, yo, I'm like, Nick, like cats in Chicago might stop killing people. Like we about to come together. And guess what? We right back to what we was doing before.
I mean, I believe we was going to be in the same place because we was at the same place before.
I mean, cats is riding P&B Rock and all that, like, even after the Nipsey, like, and these just celebrities, but I mean, even not the celebrities, just the regular stuff happening with regular people, no cops, just regular brother on brother violence. I'm like, I thought it was gonna stop. I ain't gonna lie. I thought we was about to stop.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe it's gonna stop. Get more on this camera.
I really thought it was gonna stop, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why. I know
At least slow down significantly.
You know why I don't think it's gonna stop? Because until you, and the purpose of this platform is to not only to know yourself, and you gotta know yourself and you gotta know your surroundings. The problem is most of our people don't know who they are, where they're from, and what they're capable of. You know what I'm saying? I meant to put my joint on Do Not Disturb. I messed up.
Y'all done heard his ringtone. Hey man, who that dude singing? What's that? I forgot the song.
Oh, that's a 50 song.
You better give him a shout out, man.
Yeah, that's 50 Cent.
Your
Man. You know what I
ringtone,
mean?
man.
We drinking this drink. He on my ringtone.
Oh man, I don't even want to pull this bottle up. 50, give me some money, man.
I
Help
ain't
me.
gonna post this bottle because I don't want him to sue me. I ain't got enough for
Yeah,
him to
he
sue
be
me.
like, y'all,
You know what I'm saying?
did a commercial with my shit.
You know what I'm saying? He be like, look, I'm happy you drinking it. You know, don't be posting like I'm supporting y'all. Like this is 50.com is in the background.
Yeah. Dang, you get sued for everything. Damn.
Look, that's why if I go to the bathroom, I gotta just pause it instead of letting music play in the background. You know what I'm saying? That would be the coolest thing. Like you hear the music that I listen to, and you know you be in the background just bopping and vibing.
Would that be the same thing if I had 50 Cent playing in the background right now?
Oh, you getting sued?
Damn, I can't even listen to your shit online on my podcast.
Nah, because it's like we saying we got rights to somebody's intellectual property that we do not have.
It's all good.
And
we bumping the homie Jay shit, though. My homie Jay.
Oh yeah. Well, see, you know, I got an intro. Shout out to my brother Justice Peace. We need a midway song and we need an outro. So, you know what I mean? Y'all know what it is.
We building. It's my man platform. I'm here to support him.
Hey, yo, you know this is the 3rd year I've been doing this.
Word.
I've been doing this for 3 years. You know what I mean? And the illest part is, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Like, you know, a lot of times it seems like, you know, nobody's listening or paying attention. But then you run into people, you know what I'm saying, whether it's friends or family or whatever, and they'll let you know. Like,
You got something.
Not even just that, they be like, yo, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And the whole point is information. You know what I'm saying? The whole point is to give you something to think about.
You know what,
so
man? It's like me. I do my little rap shit back. You know, like I'm still an MC. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on it like the homie or like the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like I should, cause I damn sure could do it, but I just don't put my energy into it like I used to. I ain't gonna say I ain't got the passion, but maybe I just ain't got the time. Or
I mean, that's a part of evolution. You know what I mean? Because you now you're a family man. You the head of a whole family.
I still love it, but for some reason I won't do what they doing. You know what I mean? For some reason, like I damn sure want to, and I know I got the capability, the bars, all that. That's all still there, but I just don't do it. But I fully support my guys, cause I want to see them shine. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Always Gonna Eat, man. You got to get Danny up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's my guy.
That's my dude.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure that he know that we shouted him out. You know what I'm saying? And that
Danny, what it do?
Look. And you know right now, you know
Blitz Bundy. Look him up. Blitz Bundy.
Look, I only got 4 mics right now, and that's all I need.
That's my nigga, man.
I get you, Buck, shout out to Buck, I get you, Buck, Danny, or Jay show up, you know what I'm saying, or one of my other numerous guests, you know what I mean? You know, everybody for some reason, Junior seemed to be a fan favorite.
But I had to fall back from that though, because like you said, you got family, like that's not what's paying the bills. And you know, every black man can't be a rapper.
Make sure you look in the camera.
Sorry, every black man can't be a rapper. You gotta fall back. I got balls, trust me. Like I got plenty of things I could be doing musically, but
hey, yo,
it's not generating.
Shout out to a cat that I know from back in the day, Mark Black. You know what I mean? He been doing things up in the 413 for a minute. He got a battle league. He got ciphers going.
Yeah, I mean, like.
No, I'm just saying that.
Cats should keep going though. Like I want, like what I'm saying, I want cats to keep going.
And you know, not to be slighted or forgotten. My cousin Phil Nice, you know what I mean? Speedy recovery. I seen you had a surgery, you know what I mean? Right. But you know, and yes, my brother full OD. I did not forget you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Right. And congratulations on your nuptials. Who will be getting married July 1st, and I will be in attendance. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a lot of people doing music, and you know they just need the love and the support.
Yeah, man.
But at the same time, you know, you just gotta find your niche and do what you can with what you will. But at the same time, don't forget your core audience. You know what I mean?
And I love music. I love hip hop. I love rapping myself, but I just had to fade, baby. you know.
No doubt.
But I fully support it. If that's your dream, chase it. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, as you get older, you might realize, hey, I gotta have a fallback plan. Like try to play in the NBA. You might break that ankle, baby. You gotta have something to fall back on. That's all I'm saying.
That's what it is. Yeah. I tell you what, though. Here's a beautiful thing, man. Like, you know, we together, we build it, you know what I'm saying? We build on camera, off camera, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we trying to bring people with us, man, because this is a tough road out here, you know what I mean? And we at the 1 hour mark, so we about to segue into the, you know, we got a couple remaining topics, and y'all got a rant for me coming up. I'm gonna rant, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let my brother get his little mini rant on at the end of what I got to say. We're going, you know, we're going to continue building. So first things first, my brother, what do you know about the World Economic Forum?
I never took economics.
I did.
Economically, pronunciations. I love economics. Man, I don't know about that. Or was it supply and demand, shit like that? But we talking economics, we talking about high, low,
we
bidding.
talking about, so
what's up?
For those who familiar with my channel, and I'm going to get at my brother a little bit because he ain't watched the last episode when I talked about Davos and the World Economic Forum and stuff like that, because I spoke on them the last 2 years, right? Every year at the top of the year, they have a forum. And the World Economic Forum has over 200 people attending. Most of them are politicians, and the other half are leaders in the industry of various businesses, right? And the purpose of the World Economic Forum is to shape the events that's supposed to take place within the coming year. So when they meet, like they met a couple weeks ago at the top of 2023, is to tell you what to expect to happen in a year of 2023. And part of what they said was that they're going to put, you know, hey YouTube, it's just me, that they plan to have more vaccines. They plan to have more vaccines to help optimize what they believe the human experience should be, this, that, and the third. They plan on making more money off said vaccines, right? And I said that to say this, because the World Economic Forum is backed up by the WHO. Who is the WHO? The World Health Organization. Well, here's my biggest problem with the WHO directing the World Economic Forum, because the number one donor, to my knowledge, of the World Health Economic organization is none other than his man, Billy Gates.
Oh shit, that's my
Bill
man,
Gates is the
Joe.
#1 cat. He's the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
calling
number
that
one.
nigga right now.
Is the #1. They the #1 private like people donor, right? From what has been reported so far on, you can look this up by like people like Jimmy Dore and Fox News, Fox News Rising, excuse me. The only people that out donated them was the country of Germany. But then when you look closer at the records, there's like a financial investment group that donated, like all these people are in the top 5, right? But when you look at that other group that's also in the top 5 beside the Bill and Melinda Gates organization, it's also owned by Bill Gates. So that means out of all the countries in the world, this man donates more to the WHO, World Health Organization, than any country on the planet. So when they come out and tell you that, this is good for the public and this is not, is good for humanity, that's what he's saying. And remember, he's a depopulationist. He wants the population of the world to shrink. He thinks the rest of us, he believes the rest of you are useless eaters. You're just useless. Your head taking up space. That's his thought.
Hey, yo.
Go ahead, my brother.
Bill Gates about to send them hitters to us, dog. What Jay-Z said about having money for, yeah, Bill Gates about to send them hitters, dog. He about to send them Navy SEALs here.
That's like Bart Scarelli getting at the Ghostface with them goons over the HIV drug. I want my Ghostface shit. I'm gonna be around. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
hey, yo, Bill Gates, man.
Fuck you. Thank you.
I can't even get that. He got it. Hey, yo, I don't want to talk about that nerd, man. Fuck him.
Okay, but we're gonna talk about him because it's important. All right. At Davos, the World Economic Forum, these cats, they're talking about how even though your government came out and said the war against, the 19 is over and all that shit, they're going to go ahead and force you with new vaccines. You know what I'm saying? They're going to force more and more vaccines because they made a lot of money. And recently, Bill Gates was up doing an interview talking shit about the COVID-19 vaccine. Talking about how it's effective and the mask don't stop the spread. Boom, boom, boom. This is after.
After that,
that's not even it. You can have that strap. That ain't what I'm mad at. What I'm mad at is the fact that this man, he invested like $50 million and came out with $400 and something million, right? After he pulled his money out behind all the shit that they forced you to do. He pulled his money out. Now he's saying, that shit is, it's ineffective. What you need is this new nasal spray that I'm pushing. It stop. You can get everything. And the sidebar, I'm gonna give you the sidebar for all you people who didn't take the jab, the shot. Did you know that your doctors are reporting on you to the federal government that you did not take the jab, and they are now tracking you?
For not taking it?
For not taking it. You know why? Because, they saying you can't be trusted to do what they tell you to do. You are outlier. And so now you see the purpose of talking about Davos, the people who direct these narratives and the cause and effect that's affecting you directly.
They said, nigga, we don't trust you, nigga.
Oh, basically, because I told you it's a pandemic and you said, fuck it.
So
you threw a cookout.
So I'm going to be forward, honest.
Go ahead.
Damn, I ain't want to take that shit. Well, in the beginning, I did want to take the shit. And then, I ain't going to lie, I ended up taking the shit. Well, that's the end I was going to tell you. I took the shit. But that, and look, I thought about something. This is the part that made me take the shot. It's honest, true. This is what made me take.
Now we getting real.
This is what made me take the shot. I was in the military.
True fact.
In boot camp, I remember in basic training, you know, they got this little medical part you gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? From the day you get there, you gotta change. You gotta put their drawers on.
Tidy
You
whities?
gotta put tidy white, nigga. No lie. Nigga, I ain't wore them shit since motherfucking.
I thought you called me God off air.
Yo, I don't even know what I said. Tidy white and shit threw me off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Peace to the guys, yo.
Peace to the God.
Apologies. Yeah. You had to strip down, you know, not on like on some prison stuff, but you know, everybody got their, you know, little area, your stuff in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You in front of a table, and you swapping out what you got on, and you putting on their stuff basically, and you shipping all your stuff you got back home to your mom, Duke, and everybody else. And but anyway, you go through the medical part, and this might be like 3rd, 4th week in boot camp, because you know what I'm saying, you get your teeth checked, everything. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it's like you inspected. You know what I'm saying? You're going through this. And you're getting your shots. You know what I'm saying? You're getting all these things. And I remember getting like 8, 9 shots. You know what I'm saying? I know one was the penicillin, that was the one in my ass cheek. That shit hurt like a week.
I had one. That shit hurt.
Yeah, it hurts like a week, bro. And, you know, the medicine got to spread through your muscle and your ass, and you know what I'm saying? That shit hurt. But when we went through that little hall and they would shoot me in the arms, and it was like 2, 3 nurses on each side of me, and everybody was hitting me. One in the back of the arm, one in the side in the muscle, one down here in the forearm, and I got like 7, 8 shots. So I took the vaccine because I was like, I don't even know what they gave me. And like, you know what I'm saying? For all I know, I already had given the COVID shot back in the day. I went in 2002. You got to get shots before you go overseas. So that's more shots you got to get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was government property. I was not a human being no more. When you go into the military, you are government property, to be honest with you. Like, you just no different than this microphone you're speaking into. Like, you're a property. Like, you can try to do something to yourself. Because I heard cats get in trouble for trying to harm themselves.
Hold your thought for 1 second.
You pause this shit.
Nah, I ain't pausing nothing. You gonna keep talking.
I ain't gonna keep talking.
Yeah, you are. You can say what you gotta say.
You editing this shit later. So this part, you taking it out.
Yeah, me walking in front of the camera. Go. What you do?
But yeah, so they give you all these shots in boot camp. I don't know what they gave me. One in the arm, in the back of the arm, 2 in the side, in the muscle, like not the bicep, but you know, the shoulder. I think maybe 2 in the shoulder, hell. But I know I got like a total of 9 shots. And I don't know what the fuck they gave me. And the COVID shit, I ain't gonna take no shots. I'm like everybody else. I ain't taking that shit, they rushed it, blah, blah, blah. But, shit, man, I don't even know what they gave me already, so fuck it. Don't kill me, don't make me struggle. So, that was my thought. Might be a little ignorant, dumb, whatever. But, you know, who knows? Nah, nigga, I was looking at the game, man.
Okay, nah, you talk to people.
Nah, you know how to edit your shit. I'm not engaged. Got a P2, nigga. See, this cat get to go take a piss break. I can't take a piss break. Hey. Nah, we not live.
Yeah, if we was live, you would still keep talking.
If I was live, I'd be fucked right now.
No, yeah, because you... Okay, well, here go your biz. So all you said was what? That you government property?
I was government property, nigga. And when you take them shots, nigga. You don't know what you're taking, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's why I'm a god, not a nigga.
You know what? Even back then, I never asked, nigga, but they probably would have told me. I don't know. They told me that was. Yeah, because they told me that was penicillin. I don't know. There was so many shots in that, nigga. I don't know. I'm like, damn, nigga. You know you get all your shots when you in school and shit.
Yo, listen, I'm against that too. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, a lot of people are. That's cool shit. My son just had to get his joint the meningitis shit, right? And they say he gotta have it before he 18 and shit.
Mike up there. I'm gonna let him go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna go ahead and light
it.
it
Part of the edit in between that too. That was bugging.
Nah, this is real. This is real. This is raw. This is authentic. It ain't like me unless it got bars in it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Austin. You know what I mean? But real rap, real. You know what I'm saying? Turn this a little bit more. Yeah. So, what I'm gonna say is this. I refuse to take something that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And even as a child, I didn't like getting shots. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what you're injecting me with. I don't know the purpose of it. From what my studies have shown and what a lot of people have come out to say is that it's an mRNA shot and it'll alter your double helix. So first off, I don't need nothing altering me because, you know, from my knowledge and my understanding, you know, the creator of the whole universe made me the best version of me that I can be. You understand what I'm talking about? So there is no reason for me to try to alter anything. Second, you know, from my knowledge, anything put here on the earth by the creator can heal. You know what I'm saying? And you got a body that heals itself to a degree. So why would I need anything to come from outside of me and outside of the creator to alter that? I don't need it, nor do I want it. So, getting back to the point, these same people made a lot of money off this. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing was a money grab. You know what I'm saying? And do you know that the technical term for a person who has taken the jab, the vax, whatever you want to call it, is a transhuman. You are no longer considered human. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I'm a transhuman, my nigga.
Yeah, to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Pull that down.
This nigga just disrespecting me, yo, off camera.
I didn't disrespect you.
They call me a trans, nigga.
Yo, but let's keep it down now, but let's keep it a being.
Transhuman.
But that's what they classify people who have taken the jab at. They call you a transhuman because you have so many different things in that microscopic things in that little jab.
Son, I let me register.
Well, that's what. Yo, you can Google this shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, you might not be able to Google it because you know Google is government control. You know what I'm saying?
But tell me
yo, for real, this is
tell me
real
I'm
shit.
trans. Like, yeah, you really
This
are,
is real
son.
shit.
Yo,
like,
you really are trans, Stubbs. Stubbs B, it's over.
I mean, at least you don't want to be a woman. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
yo, this is wild.
Yo, but it's so wild that it's true. You know what I'm saying? Slide it on over.
Nah, we good. A1 podcast, this is what we do.
Boy, what you trying to take it? You trying to
Nah.
You missing the whole thing.
The joint slipped off.
All right, I got you. Okay.
No.
Keep
going rocking.
So you
I got it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do it. So what I'm saying is, this is what the whole Davos was about. This is what the economic forum was about. The whole thing is about control to a degree. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is about, you know, what they say. You still turn it the wrong way, my brother. Turn it the other way. Yeah, but you're not on the table.
Yeah, okay. I got fix my mic. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Listen, them transhumans be fucking shit up.
Whoa.
You know?
With a little drum pattern. Do you know like the comedy joint?
Look. I just gave you an applause.
Don't applaud me.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, that's what I mean by like, they want to give you more vax. And that translates into the next topic is, I was talking to y'all about this before, about the whole bird flu coming back. And so
Y'all still eating birds though. Y'all still eating chicken
And
wings.
it ain't got nothing to do with
turkey
that.
necks.
It got to do with the whole. It got to do with the fact that. Nah, it got to do with the fact that in Peru, you know what I'm saying, just like they was talking about in Russia, they had spotted the bird flu and it was making a comeback. In Peru, you know what I'm saying, they said on December 7th of 2022 that the bird flu killed 55,000 birds and 585 cities. So they said that the bird flu is now transmitted from fowls to mammals, right? And so they said, well, the same people that your man Gates controlled said, well, look, the WHO said, well, look, while we're going to monitor the situation closely, it doesn't mean that you need to worry just yet. So that means after Davos and the WHO, basically, now after you took the motherfucking COVID-19 shot, you're going to take the damn bird flu shot. You understand what I'm talking about?
I ain't taking nothing else. They ain't gave me enough shots for my whole life.
Look, what they saying
I'm good.
What they saying is you're not really even vaccinated.
I don't
Because
care what they
you
say.
didn't take the whole round of shots, brother.
Nah, brother, I done took enough. Man, look, I
How
got
many
shot
you
9 times in boot camp.
with
I'm
a water
good.
gun. You know what I'm
They was like, bah, bah, each arm. They was like, bang. They was getting me. Back of the arm, side of the arm, front of the arm. I was like, yo, what y'all hit me with? They was like, yo, go. I was like, damn. You gonna tell me? They was like, nah.
You signed up for it.
They're like, yo,
That's what they said. They said when you sign to the military, like I said, I got a
you
lot of
are
family.
government property.
Yeah, you sign your life away on that.
Yeah, you government property. I'm back me again. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got out. Cats be like, yo, why you ain't do 20? I was like, I didn't want to feel like a chair. You know what I mean?
Yo,
A piece of property.
and that's crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Being on top of what Davos got going on and the WHO got going on, the CDC, the cat dog cat, you know what I'm saying? You got to monitor these people because for some reason they don't want you to be a sovereign being. They want more control over you than you have over yourself. You already see the problem in schools. They think it's cool for your third grader to be knowing about homosexuality, sex.
Shit, they cool with them cutting their dick off. Let's just keep it real. Look at Dwayne Wade Gabrielle Union.
And that should be illegal. Let's keep that real. Because
I agree.
So let's keep it all the way at Bean. So since we gonna go there, let's go all the way there. Let's go straight down the route.
Damn right.
So if we gonna go there, right? The fact of the matter, if you a child, your mind doesn't fully develop until you're 25. Right?
Damn right.
That's what they're.
My son just turned 18 last week.
And his mind still ain't fully.
And he is still not ready to get out here into this real world. He's still got the mind of like a 15-year-old, in my opinion, 14-year-old.
Okay, and so what they said through their science.
I know he's grown.
Listen to what I'm saying. He's not grown. He's not grown. They're trying to send you out there. They're trying to get you to send him out there and lead him to the slaughter.
Yeah.
Your mind is not fully developed until you're 25. That's what they science
25,
been
25.
telling us.
Yeah, 25.
So now you're gonna tell me that at 12 you can decide, yo, I've been watching this stuff and my teacher been talking to me. I think I'm a girl. Get the fuck out of here. They're not even going to tell you, keeping it all the way a buck and all the facts, right? They're not even going to tell you that people who have what they call, quote unquote, gender reassignment surgery, they regret it about a year after.
Chopping their joint off.
They want to go back. Even your man, Old Town Road, Little Nas X said he don't even want to be gay no more. He miss girls.
He want that box.
Listen, I'm going to laugh at that. You know what I'm saying? Because the man was the biggest gay star in the world next to Elton John.
He wanted that bread at the time.
All right, he twerking on the devil.
He done sold his soul. He had the devil's shoes. That nigga had the devil's blood in the Nike joint.
Listen, let's keep it all the way real. Ain't no self-respecting man going to sit on another man's lap and twerk. Man, ain't no self-respecting man sitting on another.
You already sold out.
So now you want to be back with Rihanna? It ain't going to happen.
Too late.
It ain't going to happen.
Come on, man. Hey, y'all niggas act like y'all forgot. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Sorry. The peace, yo. Forgive me. Forgive me. All right, on track. I love this guy. Well, I like him as an actor. I ain't gonna say I love him. He was a good actor. OG. But your man Wesley, too on fool. Come on. Even Vin Rain. What's the one where he played that big
Holiday?
Yo, that was wild.
Messed me up.
Man,
that was one of those things I couldn't
messed me
unsee.
up, bro.
Couldn't unsee it.
I'm like, yo. See, but it's stuff like that.
It's wrong. It's just wrong. Look.
How can you take a role like that? I'm like, they ain't have nothing else for you to do.
Look.
There wasn't nobody else, no other movie for you to do, Cat.
So we're gonna finish this topic and we're gonna go into my little rant before I finish up.
I don't even know what took me there.
Well, the problem was we was talking about these shots and children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like they've been doing this for the longest. Is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying
it started with the men and
so
demasculine.
That's right. That's right. So this is gonna take me to my rant. I'm gonna go partway through my rant because I wasn't expecting the guest.
Demasculinizing.
Demasculating the men.
Yeah, all that.
They have a whole series on YouTube called Demasculating the Black Man. You understand what I'm saying? And if you think I'm bullshit, you should go ahead and watch it. You know what I mean? But so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead into my rant. I'm gonna give my man some time to do his thing, and I'm gonna finish my rant. So my whole rant is about transgender. Let's keep it apart.
Shit, this is Dave Chappelle style.
Like, look, who you lay down with is your business.
Benzino.
Whether it's white,
Young
black.
Buck.
Hold on, let me get mine
My
off.
fault. I'm sorry.
Whether
These
you
cats
white,
got caught this year.
yeah, well, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, who you lay down with is your business. Whether it's white, black, Avery, you know what I'm saying? Man or woman. What you do when you close the doors of your home is your business. But my problem is, you're not going to sit here and tell me that, you know, with something I saw on Instagram, which was funny because it was a white woman who said it, and it made the most sense. You're not going to tell me a person who identifies his or herself as 5 different people has a mental disorder, but somebody who was clearly born a man or born a woman think there's something else. They think they're a whole another person. So when you were born Jenny, now you think you're John, or you're Melvin, or you think you're Melanie. You know what I'm saying? That is a fucking mental disorder by definition. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you can't like what you like, but when you start doing cosmetic surgery, I have a problem with that. I've always had a problem with cosmetic surgery, whether you changing your nose or growing a bigger ass. I have a problem with it, right? Surgery should only be used in life-saving events. You feel me? So, yeah, I got a beef with that, and the fact that you're trying to normalize it and push it on children is a big problem for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a big problem where it makes me come to a point where it's not even a feeling, it's just a rationalization that it's violence. You know what I'm saying? It's only violence. Because you can't tell my children that, you're not gonna tell my grandson he would be better as a girl. You're not gonna tell my granddaughter she would be a dope ass dude. They're genetically and biologically, you know, prone to be what they are. So before I keep going in, just a little bit that I gave, I'm gonna let Styles B go in, and we gonna see what he think. But listen, I'll chop you up and spit you out. You know what I mean? Because some shit is just wrong. But go ahead, Stubbs.
Do I get my own rant or chop in on your rant?
Look, this is my rant. This is part of the rant. So what your thoughts was? Because we skipped over and went to this because you was already talking about it a little bit. So go ahead. You ain't even realized that was on the agenda.
Well, I don't know. Kids is too young, controlling. I'm tired of damn, man. I'm tired of a lot of shit, bro.
So go ahead. Go in. Right to the mic, look into the camera, look them in the eyes and tell them how the fuck you feel. You might need to lean up a little bit so they can see your posture.
Shit.
Don't
Just to chime in on what you said with the kids. Now, that's crazy. The schools allowing shit, God been taken out of school. We all know that. And you remember back when we went to school, it was like, God is great, God is good, thank you for our food, buy it, amen. You know what I'm saying? My daughter don't even know about that, bro. My daughter 14. And then, yeah, you got the kids that they want them to let the boys be girls if they want to be girls. You got the bathroom shit going on here. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina was the spot that was a big thing in politics because we was the state that wasn't.
We voted against it.
Yeah.
People voted against it.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, all right, you got a woman just got locked up, or there's been a few. They don't talk about it. But some trans done been locked up and got some inmates pregnant. Mm-hmm. They in there slaying dick. You want to lock them up like they're a female, but they still got a dick. I mean, look, some of this shit, I don't even want to get into it like that, but look.
I mean, this
the
time
trans
and the place.
the big thing about the trans shit with me is I don't give a fuck.
I
just don't want them playing goddamn sports.
Fuck the sports. I don't want her
And
big
going
ass.
into the bathrooms and shit like
That's
that.
what I'm talking about. I don't want her big ass in the bathroom with my granddaughter, your daughter.
If you look like a motherfucking woman and you got a dick, and hold up. It don't matter what you look like. Hold up, Paul. If you fucking a man, if you a trans period, okay, because this ain't my world. I'm trying to be politically correct. Okay, if you're trans, that means you're whatever you're born. I don't care what you're saying you are what you're born. So if you got a penis, you can look like the most beautifulest woman. You look like Holly Berry, but you got a penis. Okay, you still not allowed to use the women's bathroom. You better bring your fine ass in there and pour that shit out the urinal. Now, let me stop. I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. And you know what I'm saying? And my brother, he just walked into this. He just came to check on the brother. But you know what I'm saying? What ended up happening was this shit been going on for months. And I've been seeing a lot of this shit, right? Where it was on the news, whether they was in Cali or other states, where a supposed transgender person who are gender identified as something else, but was post-op in some areas, will go into an all-female area, you know what I'm saying, and they slaughter be out. You know what I'm saying? So this mother and her daughter like 14, don't even really know what male anatomy is like. You got a motherfucker sunbathing right next to them, and a woman's pause, hold on. This is actually happened. You can look it up. Was sitting in the damn spa with them, whipped off the towel, had breasts and a penis. You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah, and then they tried to attack the woman like she was transphobic. First off, phobia means the fear of something. Nobody has a fear of you wanting to switch your shit. The problem is you need to respect people, places, and things. You can't force your logic on the people. And this is what this whole thing is about to me, personally. My thoughts and what I'm speaking on. Hold on, brother. Do not force your shit on me and mine. You understand what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, all these cats, they've been caught molesting and raping and all other kind of shit. So you want me to go ahead and give them more rights than I'm giving to my own seed? No, ain't never gonna happen. Second part. Listen, I'm all for education and all that good shit, but stop the goofy man behavior. What you're not gonna do is tell me that you know my seeds better than I know my fucking seeds. It ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna tell me that all of a sudden, well, I think your son would be great if he put on a dress and be a superhero. Get the fuck out of here. Straight like that. Get the fuck out of here. My daughter don't need to put on a mustache and try to be a fucking Super Mario Brothers plumber type ass motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where it's at with me. You know what I mean? And that's just basic human knowledge. If you feel a way like you feel like you an oddball and an outlier, it's cool because we've all felt like that at a different point in time. I'm not hating on you, but I'm saying stay in your fucking lane. Don't force that on my seeds. You a fucking adult. You decide to do whatever you decide to do. It's cool. And yeah, outside of Bill Gates and a couple of these other motherfuckers who I got mashed with Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, bitch ass too. I'm on my little Boosie Wade. Fuck what you heard. Like, yo, that's a little boy. So if he fucking grow up and try to jump off a bridge or something, who we gonna blame? Who we gonna blame? It ain't society, motherfucker. It's you. You the parent. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to counsel your fucking seeds through this shit. So if they got something going on, you supposed to build with them. Your fucking whole focus is supposed to be on them. Everybody out here trying to use their seeds as a fucking accessory. Your fucking job as a parent is to prepare this motherfucker for life without you. But if you leaving them and leading them into a world of confusion, what the fuck they supposed to do? To be fucked up and confused. So that's, unless you got something else to add.
I feel that. No, I ain't got shit to add, man. That was the rant, for real.
Like, come the fuck on, man.
That was a passion.
Yeah.
Passion.
I mean, come on, man. Like,
I don't need to say
and
nothing else.
it's not just for my seasons, for everybody's seasons.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, you know what I'm saying, I ain't grow up the best, but goddamn it, I had people that gave a fuck about me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether it was fucking family or people in the neighborhood or just the community, they gave a fuck enough about me to instill the right shit in me. So I'm gonna say this, as the motherfucker give a fuck about your kids, whether you don't give a fuck about them or not. You a fucking weirdo. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? They fucking kids. Let them grow up and decide what they want to do with their life when they become adults. That means 25 plus. Other than that, you should be in a fucking business because you know they're not mentally developed enough or have enough life experience to know what the fuck they're trying to do. I'm off this shit because I can go on that shit for a whole another fucking hour. You know what I mean?
You done? You want to calm down?
I'm good. I'm about to puff my cigar.
You know what, man? I got a little rant, but it's not a major.
Go ahead.
It's more like awareness. I want people to wake up and be better. This is to my brothers. Man, you know what? I never knew what I wanted to do when I was younger. I didn't think about what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I was just doing what I was doing at the time.
Okay.
But as you get older, so all you niggas selling weed just to smoke weed.
Why they all gotta be niggas? Yeah. You an intelligent dude, bro. I like that. I'll give you a chip for that. He said
to all my brothers, to all my people that do what we gotta do, but push yourself a little further. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for what you got. Don't just be cool with what you got. I'm getting this, I'm getting that, I'm straight. Nah, forget being straight. That's what I don't like. I'm tired of us just saying we straight. You ain't gotta be like, I don't want you to be like stunting, but look, I see so much greatness in people that don't even know their own capability. But they just wanna sit and accept what they getting when they could be doing so much more. And that bothers me. I know brothers right now, and you know, if they see this, maybe they could say he might be talking about me, and it might be a good thing because it's not a negative thing. But
constructive criticism is not criticism.
I want brothers to be the best that they can be. And when I don't see that, it bothers me because I'm a Gemini and I love hard, you know, but when I get mad, I'm on a whole nother level. So I'm yin and yang. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to love you just as hard as I might go, you know what I'm saying, at my enemy, you know, when it's time to, you know what I'm saying, because I'm going to do that 100%. You know, if you the op or you my, you know, I don't even know, you know, let me stop trying to be with this swag because I don't know what the op is. Look, if you ain't on my side, man, look, if we don't see eye to eye, you gonna know I don't see eye to eye with you. There's no hiding, there's no shucking and jiving with me. You know what I'm saying? But I care more than I do the negative because I'm not negative. You know, I just got to defend myself when it comes time to. But I want to see everybody succeed. And that's always been my thing. My mom used to tell me, she like, man, like, you really, like, you care about people. Just like, I remember my mom, like,
you want to hear something crazy?
yeah.
I get blacked on from my family support group about caring too much.
You care too much. We care. We do care. But then when somebody do something to where we gotta show them that, like, it look like we don't care, but we give them tough love, or we gotta turn your back on people, because you gotta do that sometimes in your life. You can't.
Look, they showing your movie over there.
You gotta tell people, like, yo, like, I just want to see everybody do good, and I hate seeing my brothers, like, cut themselves short. That's my rant. And I want everybody to do what they got. Look, life is short, man. Like, don't you want the final things in life? It's bigger things than your city limit. Go outside of your county.
But see, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I'm gonna add on to your rant. And this was a rant a while ago. The problem is a lot of us, you know, we stay within our confines because we're scared to push our own. You know what I mean? And, you know, life is for the living. You gotta live it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta push your boundaries to a degree. You know what I mean? Some things is with nature, some things aren't. You know what I mean? And with that being said, you gotta gain more experience. You know, you take your parents' experiences and that get you to be a successful young adult.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What would you value more? Priceless memories, or
what makes it a priceless memory?
Okay, experience, trip, going to see things that you got to travel. Just traveling. You going to Egypt. Going to, you know, Greece.
I can give you that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you that.
Or I give you the flip side. You got that. You can spend your money doing that, or you can spend your money trying to look fly and impress people who you don't even like and don't know.
So,
or people that, yeah.
I'm the perfect person to answer that question, right? So for those of you who do not know me, shout outs to my old man and his memory. My father was incarcerated for 20 some odd years, and then he was tragically cut down after he came home. But with that being said, my mother, you know what I'm saying? We had enough family up and down the East Coast where we traveled a lot. So anybody who's familiar with my origin, you know what I'm saying, know I was born in Massachusetts and I had upbringing in North New Jersey, right? And we had family all in between that we went to go see on a regular basis. So I was traveling from Springfield, Massachusetts to North New Jersey on a regular basis. I was stopping at Hartford, Connecticut, New Britain, New Brunswick, what's the other one? The big one, New Haven. We was in New Haven. We was in Bridgeport. You know what I'm saying? I had people in Harlem. I had people in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So I moved around a lot. It wasn't to the extent of some of you global travelers, but I was accustomed to getting up and experiencing the way people live in different areas. You know what I'm saying? So for me to move to North Carolina was a no-brainer because it was, for me, it was the land of opportunity. And that's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? So when I came here, I thought it would be a beautiful place to raise my seed. And you can't tell that boy nothing. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to him. Shouts out to him. As a young man, he may have been born up north, but he was raised in the Carolinas. And he's a Carolinian through and through. So the only thing I would want to see is for his kids to have a passport so, you know, I can take them on a trip to maybe Costa Rica or something. Anything that gets them outside of the U.S. borders. Because the average person, you know what I'm saying, especially the average male that looks like us, an indigenous original male, does not leave the confines of their city, let alone their neighborhood. And the illest part for me was to be about 30, and I seen a man who was about 70 who never been on another part of, he never been to another side of town of Charlotte, my guy. And I moved 7 states away from where I knew everyone and everything. So, yes, that's a big thing. You need to have those experiences. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, most people won't look at it as much, but by the time I was in high school, I had already been to Canada. You know what I'm saying? So it, you know, I didn't do much, but the fact of the matter was for me to realize in my young mind that I'm in Canada. I was able to stand in Canada and look back at the U.S.
Yeah.
I looked back at the United States and said, "Yo, I'm in a whole nother land. You know what I'm saying? A whole nother jurisdiction." That was an amazing
I
point
did that
for my
too at
young
19.
life.
Yeah, that was dope.
And,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? As a young man, you did something that millions of men will never do.
Thought about that too.
Millions of men never did and will never do.
I'm telling you, I know cats ain't never left the state, bro.
So that's a big thing. You got to broaden your horizon. So, you know,
It hurts me that a lot of brothers, but it ain't the fact that they ain't left, it's the fact that they don't even think about leaving that hurts.
the fact of the matter is they think they can't do it.
Yeah,
You know, the
that
illest
too.
part is I went and got my own passport, right? And shout out to my cousin Sean, because I'm going to come see you real soon in your where you now reside in the DR. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go build with him and his beautiful family. Yeah. I'm going to go out there, you know what I'm saying? We just talked about it a couple of days ago, you know what I mean? And as I was looking it up, it was really very inexpensive. You know what I'm saying?
I already know.
So, you know, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to build with him, go, you know, see his home and see his children and you know, just do something different. You know what I mean? Because it's a chance
You need
for
to
me.
make that a regular trip. Really.
Well, you know, I mean, you know, if, you know,
It costs cheaper to go there than a lot of places is.
well, that's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, right, you know, with the universe be willing, you know what I'm saying, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But the whole point is making the first pilgrimage over there.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a lot of places I got to go to that I set my mind to. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a youngin' that grew up with Encyclopedia Britannica. So I used to see these places, you know, in my books, and it was beautiful, and it seemed like something that I wanted to experience. You know what I'm saying?
Knock them out. Check off list.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said earlier, I'm an adult. So all the things that I do or want to do is up to me. So whether I do it or I don't do it, it falls on me, right? So that's just being responsible for myself. You know what I mean? Like I said before in previous episodes, you know, we have boundaries set for us, you know, culturally through other people and places and things, but same time you can maneuver it and finagle it any way that you can. So finagle it, maneuver it, and make sure that you have the best possible experience here. You know what I mean? And you know, that's just my thoughts. And I'm you know, I'm gonna let you close up the rant. You know, this is your part of the rant. I'm gonna let you close it up before we get on to the last parts of what we got going on.
Ain't got no more rants.
Yeah.
That I can think of.
No, that's cool.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't really got no rant right now, man.
That's cool.
I would like to see Stephen A. stop going at Kyrie.
I don't care about that, cat.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Let's move on.
So, here's a funny one. What you know about Whole Foods?
They're supposed to have some Whole Food. Whole Foods supposed to be looked at like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like Trader Joe's, Harris Teeter.
Well, what do you
I
specifically?
don't know. I don't really know nothing about them. I thought
Okay,
that
but
was
what-
a good.
what did you
I
hear
thought that
about
was a
it?
good, reputable company.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Shit. I mean, I trust
What do you
Food
what do
Line.
you what do you know or what have you?
I don't
been
know
to-
anything about
Listen to
them.
me. Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you.
But I trust Food Line too, because I buy my food there, and then I go to Walmart too. So what should I know
But what I'm
about?
saying is, what
Because I
have
don't
you
know
heard?
nothing about any of them.
But what have you heard about Whole Foods?
Nothing.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this. What I heard about Whole Foods was they were the best organic food
I
sourcing
figured it
company.
was like organic.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They were supposedly the best organic food sourcing place in America, right? And it's supposed to be locally grown and locally sourced. Well, it's a report that came out recently that Whole Foods, you know what I'm saying, while they claim they be organic and locally sourced,
That was half food.
well, their food comes from China. So they fruits
That's
and
why
vegetables.
China got the balloon over this bitch.
It look big. Well, here's the thing though. So when it comes over here, we have strict practices
It all
on
makes sense.
Nah, it's gonna make even more sense. When it comes over here, you have strict practices on the pesticides you can use, what seeds and all that. You know what I mean? So what's been happening was their food has been coming from China, and the food that they get from China doesn't have the same restrictions. So you're paying top dollar for something that's supposed to come from your neighbor, right? In one of these suburban rural counties, right, where they grow corn and wheat or whatever, but it's actually coming from China. And I can't speak for everybody else, but I remember I went to Whole Foods with my cousin when she came to visit because she said that's where she shopped at. We went and shopped there, and I brought some food there, and I ain't gonna lie to you, yo, it messed me up. It made me sick. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, yeah, like it made me sick. I thought it, maybe just because I'm not used to eating that kind of food, so I went back to, I went back to just eating Food Line, right? And maybe like Harris Teeter or something. But now that this report came out, I'm like, that's why. Because they food ain't the same that my body is used to, so my body naturally rejects it.
So have you been to
Trader Joe's?
well, I say have you been back there?
Hell no. It had me sick as a dog.
So I'm thinking about like I'm gonna take a visit, right? But like the bananas, they all gonna look the same, right? They grow their stuff over there. They got more like a tropical weather. They grow this year round.
You want to hear something funny that I heard about bananas? This is just I can't substantiate this yet, but this was water cooler talk. Did you know that bananas? They had a outbreak on bananas worldwide, and bananas went extinct. So they GMO'd and genetically modified the bananas to keep bananas.
Does that count for plantains in Jamaica?
All of them. So they said in like the 60s or the 70s, there was some type of virus that struck all the bananas in the world. So we've been eating genetically modified bananas forever.
Well, I mean, it's like the movie where the earth is ending and they take a seed from every plant, fruit,
They did that already.
so they can restart the earth.
But did you know they did that? You know that so-called art is in another.
Yeah, they got it. They got it. Yeah, in case that really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you know, we sidebarring real quick, we segue into something else. I'm just about to hit my man with the fact. Did you know that the Earth core has stopped spinning?
I ain't know that.
Yeah. Earth core has stopped spinning and it's getting ready to start spinning backwards.
Yeah, well, everything went back. We ain't had no winter. The ice is melting in Alaska and North Pole or whatever. The polar bears is dying.
I'm glad you said that. You know what that means.
Everything.
You know what that means.
Global warming, everything. In the days, I don't know. Everything.
Well, that has part to do with it because if it's in the movie, a lot of times it has a little bit of truth.
2012, 2000.
Nah, so what's about to happen is this, right, beloved? What's about to happen is the core came to a stop and it's going to start spinning backwards, right? Mm-hmm. And so when the core spins backwards, you know what that does is changes the North Pole to the South Pole. Mm-hmm. And see, do you know the purpose of the North Pole and the South Pole?
For the equator,
Nah.
longitude, latitude,
Nah.
what's going on?
The purpose of the North Pole is that's where the Earth's magnetic field starts. And it's just like when you have anything, it comes in one end and it exits out the other. So it normally comes in the North Pole and exits out the South Pole. So what they're saying is that the South Pole is going to be the new North Pole and the North Pole is about to be the new South Pole. So that means where it's normally hot, it's going to be cold. and where it's normally cold, it's going to be hot. So they're saying that this is a normal occurrence on the planet Earth. It happens every 70,000 to 100,000 years.
So what's going to happen due to this?
What's going to happen is a lot of those places that used to be hot is going cold. You know what I'm saying? And people ain't going to know what to do. And a lot of those places that used to be hot, you know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of the places that used to be cold are going to be warm. You know what I'm saying? And so they're not telling people this. They're talking about it a little bit on mainstream TV. They're talking about it, and they're saying that, you know, somebody tried to say it happens every 45 years. Nah, it don't. It happens every 100,000 years or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And so we're at a whole point in our existence of humans, right, on the planet Earth, which is also called terra firma. We're at a point where it has never been seen in recorded history, where it's like, okay, the poles are going to shift, right? They're shifting right now. And you know the ages are like, you know, they move from like Taurus, Aries, to Aquarius, and all that. We move from the Pisces age, right? Which was the year of the fish. That's why they always had the Jesus fish. We're moving to the Aquarian age, the water bearer, the light bearer, the truth bearer, right? So we're moving into a whole new age in civilization, which is going to be the Aquarian age. We're also moving into a point where the poles are shifting at the same time. And the illest part is, I know it sounds like Sci-Fi Channel. I know it sounds crazy, but you can look this shit up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
everything I said, you can look it up. You know what I'm saying? And come back to me with your own devices and whatever. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. And what we're doing right now is, and this is the illest part, because I look at people and especially males, I don't think they understand. The whole thing about survival is for your bloodline to live on. See, when you look at the animal kingdom, it's all about the bloodline living on. Look at a lion's pride. Well, you got all these other kids here, so I'm going to just kill your kids and I'm going to bang your wife so that my kids live. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to share resources. You know what I mean? That's just survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? The nature is survival of the fittest. Problem is, you know, as melanated people, we are naturally the fittest people. So what they do is they use what my uncle calls technology to go ahead and stop you and slow you up. You know what I'm saying? So as they do that, you go ahead and want to chop off your willy. You want to go ahead and make them grow your willy in the lab and put it on you as a little female, because you think you're more manly a male than you ever seen in your life, till you get in a fist fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it's fucking reality, man. I mean, they got a show on Netflix called The 100. Feminists is mad because a female bodybuilder challenged a skinny little man who just happened to be a professional Japanese or South Korean MMA fighter to a wrestling match, and she got beat. And my man hip tossed her, put his knee in her chest, and they said he was wrong. How, Sway? How, Sway? You just mad, baby girl, because you ain't got the answer. That little skinny man, I mean, when Shorty was big, she was big. She looked. Remember the female wrestler China?
They was counting them out.
Remember the female wrestler China?
I remember Shorty,
Yo, the chick looked like China and the dude looked like X-Pac. And you said, well, how was China letting X-Pac whoop her ass? Because he's X-Pac and she's China. He whooped her ass because she's a female. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't need to be motherfucking racing and swimming and doing sports and none of that shit with a motherfucking, if you a trans, you don't need to be doing that shit with no woman.
Look, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, at the
you got a man structure, nigga. Sorry, man.
You can't even help yourself.
Yo, I'm gonna do better next podcast. Everybody forgive me.
And now we're gonna bring Rick through to keep him on his toes. Rick gonna keep him on his toes.
Tip jar or something. We're gonna start. We're gonna do something.
All right, yeah.
And it's gonna go to a donation.
I need to put my damn
So every time I say that, it'll go to a good cause.
Or I need to go ahead and put my cash app up here so in my Patreon so y'all can go ahead and give a brother some money. But I know y'all know me, and I know y'all cheap. Y'all like, man, he look like me. I don't need him coming out to the club doing what he normally do, but with some of my money. You know what I'm saying? But that was the whole point of that because it's an actual thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the poles have flipped. You know what I'm saying? Well, they're flipping because the core of the Earth has stopped. Iron ore core in the center of the Earth, which the gravitational pull, which everything that we rely on, has stopped and is getting ready to turn the other way. So what can happen is the sun can again start rising in the west and setting in the east. You know what I mean? And that's just why most of y'all are feeling like y'all out of sorts and out of whack because this is something different than what you've been feeling your entirety on this planet. Anything else before we move on?
Nah, my brother.
All right. Here's a funny one. We're going to talk about them cats for Florida. In Duval County, they have taken books out of the schools that talk about Afro-Latino celebrities. So they will no longer allow your kids to study and know about Roberto Clemente, MLB legend, who's Afro-Latino. They will not allow your kids to learn about Sonia Sotomayor, Justice on the Supreme Court Justice, who's also identified as Afro-Latino. And Carter B thinks she's slick, but they gonna make sure they don't learn about her little dyslexic, non-English speaking ass. You know what I'm saying? I like Carter. I think she's a cool person, but you gotta roast her because she a tough girl. But that's just what it is. So before I get into it, I'm gonna let the brother go ahead and speak. And remember, you're on camera. Your mama gonna see this.
So what am I comment on?
The fact that Duval County outlawed their kids in the schools to learn about Afro-Latino celebrities.
It's Florida.
Meaning,
They out here trying to push for everybody to walk around with a gun without training, and everybody can roll around concealed. No training. If you got the money to buy it, you can roll around strapped. So this state that's pushing for that, I'm not surprised. Stand your ground, Trayvon Martin, all the other incidents. Florida, y'all ain't shit. How about that? That's how I feel. Florida ain't shit. I ain't surprised because Florida ain't shit. I love going to visit there. It's nice. You feel like you're in paradise. But damn, when you actually live there, man, you done fucked up when you fucking moved there. You gotta go there and visit, bro. That is not the place to live.
I'll put it like that. That's why I tell all my southern people about being up north in places like New York City. It's a beautiful place to visit. But you know what? I'm gonna say this.
You don't make that shit your address down there because I hear the craziest stories always come out of fucking Florida, bro. Like, for real, and Bronx. In the Bronx. Like Charlamagne said, the Bronx and Florida got the craziest fucking stories.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
That's what I do know.
The reason why I think it's a big thing is because when it comes to this country, right, their number one thing is division. So they only want to divide you. You know what I'm saying? The only way they can divide you is supposedly by race, right? So the problem is the most impoverished people in this country are indigenous people and Latino people, right? So we keep having reasons to enact and intermarry. If we keep having reasons to interact and intermarry, boom, you know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, we'll become one big nation, and the elites will be, thrown out of their way. you know what I'm saying, like they won't have the power that they have today because we be the majority and we'll have the money because we gonna spend money together, you know what I'm saying, and do what we do. Now here's the realest thing. By them taking it out of the schools and pushing the division agenda, most of these kids will start digging in deep on cultural violence. You know what I'm saying? It was already bad enough that when most foreigners come here, they look at the indigenous people of this land and say that you're this, you're that, you're lazy, you're sorry. Now, how can a person that built the whole country be lazy? Can't be too sorry. We just ain't reap no benefits of all our labor, right? And so what ends up happening is, you know, it end up being beef where people end up, you know, as I believe in my mind, perceiving me as inferior, and I take that as a form of disrespect when I have to check off on them because they living off the back of my ancestors. With all that, they get a lot of affirmative action and things of that nature. So I believe this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's a big deal because it only goes to further divide us in this country. The only reason why these people are able to do the bullshit that they do and push their agendas is because they keep people divided. You know what I'm saying? Did you know that indigenous people and what they call white trash or poor white Americans or what I like to call poor Caucasian people in the Americas have more in common than anybody else?
What's that?
They do. They all go to church like a mug.
Yeah.
They all love beautiful women, and all the guys will sleep around and father a lot of children. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is a statistical fact. You know what I'm saying? But they hate each other the most because most of the time we're neighbors. See, the people that's putting that in them rural Caucasians or the poor Caucasians' head don't live next door to them. They use them to keep us from rising, but at the same time, they use us against ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't believe anything can come good from us, especially when it comes to our Latin-speaking brethren and sisters. They look just like us, but somehow they believe they're different. You ever seen a Dominican?
Shit, Dominican got nappy hair.
You about know 3 Dominicans that look like your cousin right now.
Word up.
But for some reason, because they was born on an island, think that y'all are different people. And all it does is keep y'all from working together to build something.
Right.
You have a resource and he or she has a resource. You know what I'm saying? That y'all can put together and make something.
That's a fact.
That's why they make you do the Pledge of Allegiance to school. United we stand and divided we fall. One nation under all. They gotta keep you divided so they can keep you down. If you ever united, it's over.
Liberty and justice for all. Bam. Still gonna ball. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only thoughts about, you know what I'm saying? Florida and Duval County, and they're trying to take the Latinos.
Duval.
Exactly. That's why they're trying to take the Latin Americans.
When you got any place that got white people yelling out, Duval, I don't want to live there.
Duval got some bad sisters over there.
Yeah, they do. Shouts out to Duval. Y'all wild as hell over there.
Word. I'm gonna check y'all out. You know what I'm saying?
Jacksonville ain't far. It's a 5-hour drive. Hop, skip, and a jump.
You think I won't pull up?
The first city when you come into Florida, so you ain't even got to get all up in there. You in and out.
Listen, I'm going to Duval because them sisters is healthy.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I just don't need no chick.
I'm just saying
like
Jacksonville is cool because it's the first. Look, right after Daytona, you in Jacksonville.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
Boom,
something.
in and out.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Back in.
Only female I ever ran into from Jacksonville, she was gorgeous.
Because, you know, Florida's a one-way in, one-way out state anyway, so you don't want to get too deep down on that state. You know what I'm saying? You go to Miami, you want to fly in, fly out. You don't want to drive to Miami. If you driving to Jacksonville, you cool, nigga. You just like got one foot in, you play hopscotch on that motherfucker.
All I'm gonna say is
you in and out.
I went one sister from Duval County.
Yeah, Duval, y'all got him.
Man, she was bad.
Y'all do got them.
You want to know what the only problem with her was?
What?
Shorty already had 5 kids.
Dang.
Listen, when I say she was bad, she
Come on,
could be
man.
your centerfold.
You know what?
Listen, she was bad.
It's good to adopt, my brother.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
You'll be a good father. Just,
Ask my own kids. I'm a horrible person.
and she gonna give you one.
Listen,
But you gotta take care of little man,
listen,
little Tay.
listen, man. Little Mercedes, bad as hell.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Mom
I'm
do.
good.
Mom
I'm
dudes
good.
might actually have, she ain't throw it away either. We talking about a woman with a career.
Now, she
What
had
if
a
she,
nice
okay,
job.
all right, take this scenario.
She had a
Boom,
nice job.
bomb. I got a scenario for you. This for fun. All right, see, we thinking the worst about this situation. But let's just say she was a doctor, right?
Well, she's
And her husband passed away. So she wasn't in the hood on welfare or nothing. And they had a family. And he just died suddenly.
That's
Now,
different.
does that change it?
A little bit.
It changes it.
A little bit.
All right, that's all I wanted to know.
A little bit.
That changes it. She like, you know how much money I just got from his insurance? And I already got my own money. Like, they been living good. That's what's up. See, when you switch the situation up with the same scenario, you change the people. See, you see the result you get. Now, see, when you say a situation like that, you think like, I want to check with 5 kids. But if you know that she was a doctor, and
I knew her.
This is Claire Huxtable, and Heathcliff just died.
Yeah, but Claire Huxtable will be 60.
You don't. I was just saying. I'm talking about like if he would have died in the 30s. Like he in his practice, he getting his money.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? They was straight.
Listen.
Yeah. It does change things though because there's women out here, real successful women who do end up being widows. And they do have 2 or 3 kids. And they're no different than the woman that's in the projects. But I'm just saying.
It's a lot different.
It's very different. That's all I'm saying. It's very different.
It's very different because you're not financially responsible for them children. But I would say that.
She don't need you to take care of them children.
Listen.
You need you to take care of that box.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Look at the damn high-five she was. And when I mean this woman was fine, she knew that I knew that she knew that we was all knowing that how fine she was. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But shit, 5 kids, I can help with the rent.
Yeah, it don't matter if she in the project, so she got her shit together. A man might just not want to deal with 5 kids, period.
Yeah, no, because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Here's the problem with dealing with a woman with that many kids. The problem with dealing with that woman with that many kids because your pension, your retirement, your 401k, right? Not even saying if you got your own kids. Mm-hmm. You digging her, she playing her part, she playing her role, you marry her. Somehow, some way, a lot more of that, your resources that you died to create is going to go towards her kids than your own kids because as a mother, her job is to look forward to taking care of her kids. You understand? Mm-hmm. And I'm not knocking that because that's what you should do as a parent. You got to take care of yours, but fuck out of here if I'm going to die for you to take care of your kid.
But you're not gonna link up with a woman got that many kids because you're not gonna mislead her, you're not gonna lead her on. And so you won't even get involved. So it's cool, but it's somebody for everybody.
Yeah, there's a sucker for you.
No.
We call him simps.
Why you gotta be a sucker?
Because he's the sucker.
But what if her husband died?
You said what if? You talking a bunch of hypothetical. Let's deal with what is. How many bitches you know? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. How many females do you know with multiple kids? And, as she get older and she didn't have the last one, she actually become a decent woman.
It's a lot of military veteran wives who lost their husbands into land.
Is there more than the Shaniquas and the Leslies and the Donnas?
I'm just saying.
The Beckys of the world?
It's like a very small amount, 10%.
Okay, so that's what we deal. We dealing with the majority.
We dealing
with the majority. So
Okay,
the
majority, I'm calling bullshit.
yeah, they buckets. Yeah. You know what a bucket is? You know what a bucket is?
So,
Do you know what a bucket is?
so guys,
Do you know what a bucket is?
are we giving advice for the day?
No,
Advice for the day?
Nope. Do you know what a bucket is?
A bucket? Bucket, as we were referring to a female, that's a bucket.
Yep.
Shit. I don't know if that's an up top slang, but it don't sound good here either. So yeah, I know what a bucket is, nigga. It's universal. I ain't fucking with
Why I
it.
gotta be all that? Why I gotta be all
I ain't
that?
fucking with it.
Well, listen. I'm
Bucket ass bitch.
listen. I'm far from ignorant. I know better than to put my seed in the bucket.
I don't want no bucket. Oh, bucket. Oh, you put it in the bucket. Well, I'll tell you what, a bucket, we ain't like fuck it. 2 tears in the bucket. I heard Method Man say that. That's what, I don't know. I put 2 tears in that motherfucker. That's about it.
I ain't put nothing in that motherfucker. Kick it over. You know what I'm saying?
There my tears. God damn.
Nah, we ain't
This
doing
is a
that.
science.
We got off track a little bit, but we about to wrap up.
A whole lot, man.
We got one more topic.
Oh shit, he better hurry up, cause your boy B,
He looking a little wasted.
I am wasted. The game over.
Yeah.
They got the win.
Yeah. But look, dude.
And he didn't get hurt. Look, he's still walking.
Yeah.
AD ain't hurt tonight. He's still walking.
He tried to cover up his unibrow.
Dennis Schroeder, he the dumbest thing in the NBA because
Why he gotta be a nigga?
I'm gonna tell you why. I got a good excuse for this nigga, so he can be a nigga right now. Not really. I'm gonna tell you where black people mess up. Okay. This guy, Dennis Schroeder, the Lakers offered him $80 million after they won the Bogle championship. He hesitated, or either he turned down. One or the other. It don't matter which one it was. He didn't sign the contract. That's what I do know he didn't do. He didn't sign the contract. So guess what happened? 80 mil. They said, all right, never mind, deal off the table. Too late. Guess what? He gone. He ended up going somewhere playing for like $1 million or $2 million the last 2-3 years. Never got $80 million contract again. Guess what? Now he back with the Lakers walking with 80 just now. And you know how much he making right now? Probably about $1 million or $2 million. They like, yo, we dodged the bullet. We almost let this fool sign the contract for $80 million. Black people, know your worth. If somebody offering you $80 million and you ain't never had no bread, take the money.
You can't always take the money.
Man, $80 million?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a being with you, and I say it all the time on this platform. All money ain't good money.
Bro, that was good money.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive for him. This ain't no Dave Chappelle situation. You ain't putting on no dress. You playing the game that you playing anyway.
Yeah,
you trying to.
You gotta let Phil Jackson finally get butt.
Come on, bro. No, ain't nobody said that. I don't know nothing about that.
We don't know the fine print.
Okay, now he going somewhere else. Yo, but what I know, you just made a bad decision. You need to find your agent.
You seen that fine print.
Your man, your homie was over there on some Cuba Gooding talking about show me the money, and they showed you some money. You kept saying show me some more money. He need to fire his agent, and I'm pretty sure he got a different agent now, but damn, Dennis Schroeder, I love that dude, but damn, that's like the biggest NBA fail, man. It's like
all I'm gonna say is this, that's the majority's opinion from the outside looking in.
Bro,
I don't know what the fine print was.
Bro, if I was out there playing against him, what you think I'm saying to him on the court?
Don't matter.
I'm all in his
Don't matter.
head.
Because if you broke and he done made at least $12 million, he ain't hurt.
I'm subtracting that 12 from 80, and that's the number I'm talking to him about on the court.
At the end of the day, right, the problem with that is if anything in that contract compromise his moral integrity.
I'm like, bro, you missing about 68 million.
I'm not missing it. I ain't never had it.
Oh, you had it.
I never had it, so I ain't missing it. I ain't never had it.
You had it.
Listen, if you want me to do some weird shit,
I don't know how you don't know they want him to do nothing.
It's the NBA.
No doubt, niggas be acting.
So I'm just saying, you never know what they want you to do.
NBA niggas be acting.
Listen, everybody was mad at Lamar for not taking the $250 million. Wasn't none of it guaranteed. They was only going to give him like $30 million guaranteed. And they wasn't going to hold up none of their end. And then they was going to hold his feet to the fire. So they can disrespect his legacy while not helping him. And then on top of that, not paying him. When you just gave Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed. You understand?
Right.
So that is what it is. But let's get to this last topic because we've been up here for two hours. We just got one. This is the illest one. This is how I wrap it up.
All right.
So, you heard about Jeffrey Epstein, the world famous pedophile with his own island, who used to kick it with B's homeboy Bill Gates and Trump and the Clintons and some of the people from Windsor Palace, you know.
Bill Gates.
Yeah. So anyway, Fox News brought out the fact that supposedly in the last deposition they're going to start naming names of his possible associates.
They got Gunner in there? My bad.
Nah, Gunner's father's name. So, you know, but at the same time, let's keep it all the way being. We want to know who these people are because they've been world sex trafficking minors for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that are snatching your kids off the street and sending them.
Man, how much time they looking at?
Do you know who Jeffrey Epstein is?
I heard the name. I know he got who is he? I know who he is, but I don't know who he is. Like,
okay, so let me give
I done knew who he was and forgot about him.
Well, you can't forget about him
because white motherfucker, man.
Yeah, but he's one of the most important people that you should not forget about in your time. He's important because he rose for being like a political matchmaker type dude. He put people with people. But not only did he put people with people, he let all these rich, weird motherfuckers live out their fantasy. So if you wanted to have sex with a little 8-year-old Cambodian boy, who's Swiss Island, and you did that. You wanted to bang a 12-year-old Moroccan princess, who's Swiss Island, and you did that. Don't matter if you was a Prince from Buckingham Palace or you was a senator from Washington. This is what these people were doing. Don't matter if it was Bill Gates. Homegirl, Bill Gates' wife said she divorced him because he kept hanging out with Epstein. Well, let me tell you something about Jeffrey Epstein. He's been dead for about 2 years because when he got arrested for all these crimes, he mysteriously hung himself in Brooklyn from a 20-foot ceiling. In his cell, with no ladder to get up to the ceiling to hang yourself. So, understand what I'm saying is these pedophiles are still moving around. But that's not the biggest part of the story. The biggest part of the story is, so now that Ghislaine Maxwell got less time than R. Kelly, right? And she was a willing co-conspirator with this man's schemes for over 30 years in human sex trafficking of minors. Shorty only got 8 to 10 years, while R. Kelly got 30 years, right? For doing some localized shit, while this woman did this shit internationally. They gave her a sweetheart deal, now all of a sudden they're about to come out with some of the people's names and associates that they found on his island. The big part about this to me is, it's not the names that you come out with, it's the names you don't come out with. See, what you're going to do is you're going to sacrifice people that fell out of your favor. People who no longer want to play ball with you or people you're no longer cool with. Yeah, well, fuck him, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say he like to bang 8-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? Because he ain't part of the gang no more. But what they're not going to do, they're not going to talk about King Charles' brother, Prince Andrew, who had 13 to 14-year-old boys trying to jump out the window of Windsor Palace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the Buckingham Palace in London. Yeah, your man is a rump warrior. Excuse me, he's a rump warrior, a booty bandit, a shit chaser, whatever you want to call it, but which is to your own degree and your own chagrin, but you shouldn't be doing it to little children, let alone little children that's kidnapped them for wars and to doing sexual favors for rich and powerful people like you. You, sir, are the scum of the earth and a piece of shit. But as far as I'm concerned, I think it's ironic that they're coming out with it now and it's kind of like third page news instead of front page news everywhere. I'm going to let B give his thoughts. I'm going to give my final thoughts and then we're going to wrap up.
Yeah.
You look like you're a little fucked up on it.
Disgusting.
That's enough. So, what I'm going to say about this is, like I've been saying, pedophilia is one of America's number one dirty secrets. You know what I mean? Number two is organ trafficking of indigenous people. You know what I mean? So even though I might get off track a little bit and I might joke and laugh with my peoples and shit like that, the whole point is still to give you this knowledge so you can know better and do better. Like I always say, I hope to find you and leave you in a better place. I hope to find you in a good place and in the best of health, but leave you in a better place than we found you.
That's right.
So hopefully, even though we went all around the world, you got some good information and you're able to go ahead and make some real life conscious decisions on what's going on around you. And you can move better, you know what I'm saying? And you and your family will be better off. So as always, like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, get down in the comment section. You know what I mean? Those of you got my personal jack, get at me. I got a number for this line, but we're gonna have to do it when we start doing live shows. We're only gonna be able to do live shows when y'all start getting the likes and the shares up. You know what I mean? Because for 20 people to be watching while we doing it is not enough. You know what I'm saying? We need to get a couple hundred of y'all in there. We get about 250 in there. You know what I'm saying? Watching us regularly, we'll go ahead and do live shows. You know what I mean? And we'll keep having guests and, you know, they'll go ahead and speak to what they know. And at the same time, you know, we'll bring on some knowledgeable people who know about these things in depth. But go ahead, B Studs. What you have to say on the way out?
Yo, support. Trying to grow, man. Support my brother. I support my brother. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm trying to get better at this podcasting. I'm new to this. I'm growing. I'm learning. Give me a chance too. You know, pray for better days and good days and everybody good health, you know.
You got anything you want to support? People check out?
Nah, man, you know, because I'm not really, you know, and I don't know my IG, so maybe next go round I'll be able to spit it out.
I thought your IG was the chosen one.
Well, you know, right now don't choose nothing.
The chosen one, be real, not fake.
Yeah, you know what that is. Follow me. Be real, not fake. You know my joint. I don't even know my joint. You know, but yeah, be real, not fake on my IG. And you know what I'm saying? If you want to follow me on Facebook, hey, Bilal Stubbs. So now y'all know who I am. Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy. And as always, peace and love to the universe and community. I hope it grew us a little bit and brought us closer together. And like I said, man, we hope to leave you in a better place than we found you, a little bit more enlightening so you can make more enlightened choices. As always, get down in the comment section. And if you have anything you want to question or topics you want to bring up, do that. But we can't grow it, you know, if y'all scared of the conversation. And what I do know is a lot of topics and a lot of things that we touch on. A lot of y'all are in favor of, or y'all just like ostriches, man. You hide your head in the sand, and you just don't want no parts of it, man. You know, fear never gets you nowhere. So with that, we out. Peace and love.
And I ain't gonna use the N-word no more on the next show. Peace.
Yeah, next time we gonna ban him. We gonna bring his daughter so she can get out.
Ah.